Hey guys, we're about to rewatch movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is why I watch all the movie stuff.
God, it's been forever since we've seen you fine, sexy fellows and gals. Holy crap. There's so much that's happened. The last I saw you, my dog's nail got ripped apart like yesterday, so that's still fresh. And
I turned
now
gay?
I went on a journey on a self-discovery. No, yeah, that really did happen though. Like Buster's his do nail on their thumb, like it happened 7 months ago, but he cracked it again. We had to take him to the vet today and have him cut it. Sucks.
Does he have, is it already done though? It's like fixed now?
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, well, it was something that they should have had done like when he was a puppy, but I don't know. PetSmart sucks buttholes, so they didn't do it.
Yeah, that's expensive too. PetSmart's expensive.
I know. Well, do they like for all like to get Buster? It was like over $300 back when we got him 4 years ago. And like because they neutered him and all that. So I was like, yeah, but at the animal shelter, local animal shelter, they'll like do it for $50. They're giving it away. They're crazy boys.
Yeah, that's how they do those things. It's like if it's a dog nobody wants, like if it's a pit bull that has rabies, like you can have it for $10. But if it's actually like a cute dog, they're like, it'll be about $300. But please rescue these dogs. You know?
No, yeah. And then if you don't do it, you hear Sarah McLachlan singing to you in your sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're like, damn, she's hot, but she's got a point and she breaks my heart.
Yeah, I wanted the video of her in a bathing suit, not the one of the sad dogs with crusty eyes.
That's why I like Sheryl Crow way better. Sheryl Crow.
Oh, speaking of, dude, that's so funny that you mentioned Sheryl Crow because in the banner tonight, there is a hidden Sheryl Crow joke. And when I say Sheryl Crow, I sound like I'm drunk, but I swear to God, I'm not yet.
You know who's also drunk is Marvel because you know what? We all knew it was going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And the submersible submarine is going down faster than Ocean Gate because now what they've decided is that they know that they're imploding and their ultimate bad guy in Kang is all up in the air. They've written themselves into a corner. It's an awful free-for-all. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. So they've decided, and we all knew it was going to happen, that they're going to. The rumor is, and I'm pretty sure it's true, that Robert Downey Jr. and Scarlett Johansson have both accepted their roles as Iron Man and Black Widow, that they're going to come back. They're going to resurrect Tony Stark and Black Widow somehow. And Chris Evans is supposedly signing back on for Captain America. That means they also want to get Jeremy Renner and all the original Avengers because the fucking brand is tanked. It is garbage juice. And they need to bring back the originals to get people back in the theater. And I think there's for like Secret War or something like that. And I think one, I don't know. Obviously, the guy was anonymous, but I read somewhere that like a movie executive, said that at this point Marvel is fucked. That's literally his quote. He was obviously anonymous, but he said at this point Marvel is fucked because they don't have like the problem with the guy that plays Kang is going on, and they've had to do the reshoots on the Marvels, which I had no interest in seeing anyway because the in game, the ultimate baddie is screwed up.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
It's not even just that. Like the Blade thing, right? Like they came out with Blade and they were like, they started all over from scratch on Blade because they kept trying to write it as a PG-13 like Marvel-esque thing, and like every script sucked. And Mahershala Ali almost, I'm probably saying his name wrong, almost left the project because of that. And then the rumor came out that there was one of the scripts that was in the running had Blade as the fourth character. The fourth biggest character in the show was Blade, and the rest of it was a female-led script about females teaching like life lessons and shit like that.
That's the one I want to watch. Jesus Christ, you Democrats, let me suck that dick. No, actually, Blade. Well, I heard a few other things about that. Yeah, apparently it was a big, or at some point or another, the writing team behind the new Blade had turned it into a fucking Titanic, massive amount of fucking social justice shit. In your face, fuck you. And then they were like, this is literally, it was just, it got to a point where it was going to be a mega nuke in your mouth if they had let it go. And I think Marvel or Disney is spewing so much money, and they know that Marvel's is going to be awful. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to, I think there was a script or something that leaked for the new Marvel's movies, and apparently it's really fucking dumb. I don't know, man. I think that Marvel is like doing everything. They're in complete damage control at this point. And we all knew it was going to happen, dude. They really thought that these billion-dollar movies were just going to continuously keep going, and they could like get lazier and lazier in their writing and their CGI and all that stuff, and people would just guzzle that cum down because it's Disney and Marvel. Woohoo! And then finally, people finally got up off their knees, wiped their mouth, and said, "You know what? I'm going to go suck DC's dick. Yes, it might be there might be diseases connected to that wiener, but they might treat me well."
Yeah, dude, it's absolutely insane. And dude, you and I have said it for years. We've been saying it. Actually, it's been years now. We've been saying that Marvel has got to change it up. It is getting stale. It's getting old. Superhero fatigue is setting in. And you guys, it literally they forged their own destiny in the original Avengers when Robert Downey Jr. was talking to Chris Evans, and he was like, "Everything special about you came out of a bottle." Like that is basically Marvel. It's a formula, like copy and paste script, and they just insert their stuff and they're like, it worked then, it'll work now. I don't care what you say, just take it, and we're going to buy up everything because we're Marvel and we're Disney and we're this conglomerate, and we're going to slap it out the same way we've always slapped it out, and we're never going to change, and you're just going to take it up the rear end and like it, take it right up the tailpipe. And now it's changing because their box office numbers are going to poo-poo.
Well, I really hope it opens the doors up for like I would like at this point, what really could work for like Image comic books with Todd McFarlane and Spawn, bringing in a character like that and just like this badass like rated R, Ultimate Avenger, as in Al Simmons, aka Spawn, and doing it in an amazing way, a totally different way than what Marvel's doing and DC doing.
Wow.
Oh my God, dude. Like it'd be a gold mine because people are like fucking starving out here in the Sahara Desert for a decent, awesome revival of a superhero movie that's not just a whitewashed fucking Disney-fied version of the last movie that just came out. I don't know. It's just and then maybe DC might be the answer. I mean, we'll see what happens. James Gunn knows what he's doing, so we'll see what happens over there. I'm going to be bitter about them for a long time because of Henry Cavill.
Yeah, that's true. And they've all messed that up. I mean, that's the thing too. Like, it sucks for me, dude. I'm in a bad way because my 7-year-old was like, "Dad, you're taking me to see that new Marvel movie." And I was like, "Oh, which one? I'll take you." And I looked it up and I was like, "It's the Marvels." And I was like, "God damn it. I will." And she's mentioned, I thought she maybe just forget about it. And like 4 times now, she's been like, "You remember?"
Well, it's made, I mean,
movie. I was like, "Would you rather go see Taylor Swift?" Because I would rather go see Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's made for, like it definitely looks like it's watered down for like a little kid.
Yeah.
It should come with a warning though. When you buy tickets, it should say, "Warning, this movie may cause diverticulitis."
Like, well, it's funny. You were absolutely right when we started the show, when you said that they're thinking about bringing all those characters back, and it's like how far the mighty have fallen. That you guys have all of these new characters, you have X-Men and all this stuff under your hood, and you're like, the only thing we can do is just reach back into the bag and pull out the old shit, which Jay and I have tried on the channel before. I mean, we have, like, sometimes like, "Hey, let's just go do something we did 10 years ago and maybe people will still like it." They're going to find out it doesn't work that way.
We're not a multi-billion-dollar corporation. We're like a sad sack of shit that we run out of ideas creatively, but we're honest about it and tell you. Marvel's over there pretending that they're fucking smart and they're not. They're cookie pressing shit out and acting like people are stupid. But it's when it's bad when they're bringing back their old actors to get people back in the seat. That's when you know it's bad.
It's desperation.
By the way, also, do you think that Spectrum is like the worst fucking internet company of all time? I think it might be. I think it's either the worst or it's like top 2.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Because Spectrum was a bunch of crooks. I was filming one day. I was doing like a live. It was like, it was like the middle afternoon. I was doing a live stream by myself or something, and somebody came and rang the door, and I answered. It was a fucking Spectrum guy, and I have a no soliciting sign on my door. I also have a naked picture of B. Arthur on it, just to ward away people
sexy.
who
that should be
like
in your bathroom for your wank material.
Yeah, well, I have several copies. But like, I came to the door and he was like, "Hey, I'm just going to drop off this equipment with you." He was like, "It's free for 3 months and try it out and see if you like it. And if you don't, we'll just come pick it up." And I fucking just exactly what they thought was going to happen. I forgot I had it. Never even hooked it up. Forgot I had it. Got a bill in the mail for like $400. Like, "You've had Spectrum for like 6 months now." I was like, "God damn it. It's my fault, but also it's not." Well, it's crook shit.
I've had Spectrum for a while just because there's really no other choices where I live but to use them. And they're garbage ass fucking company. Like, they just shut off my internet for like 2 days after I got back from Pennsylvania. They shut it off. They said it was going to be 12 hours. It was off for fucking 48 hours and shit. Fucking awful. And that includes cable and landline phones, everything. They shut everything off. And then they expect you to pay the fucking bill, the full amount when it comes in. Then I get a call today that they're going to be shutting it off again for 2 hours on the 8th. I'm like, "What the fuck are you putting in there? Are you literally putting a Tesla coil in there? It's going to be the fastest fucking electricity run, goddamn Ethernet cord. Imagine what's the Ethernet cord, 1,000 million. There don't even, they better be something like that because I'm getting pissed. I'm starting to be like fucking Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3. He's like, you'll get your money when you fix this goddamn door.
Yeah, dude,
they don't, because if you're gonna turn the internet off and you're like and by the way, and the reason why I'm getting mad about it though, or why I get upset about it, is because everything is tied up in the internet nowadays. Like your private affairs, you pay your bills with the online service, you do your banking online, you shop online. Yeah, and you communicate with people online. It's 2020 fucking 3. It's gonna be 2024 soon. And like there should be a backup something. You can't just shut people's shit off and be like, oh yeah, it's fine, no worries. It'll be back on in a week. Like that. Like there's things that you have to use the internet for.
Yeah, like I literally work like you. I've said that to him before. It's like, no, I literally make my living from my fat ass Cheeto crusted desk. I can't have this off for this long. You don't understand. There's a Halloween trailer that's going to come out, and then what will happen? Huh?
Like, hey man, there's a lot of people that make their living off the internet.
I have an OnlyFans account.
That's what people say. Yeah, dude. They're top two worst. I hate them. I fucking hate Spectrum.
You should switch to MetroNet.
I don't have it. We literally where I live, it's limited. I've got two options. I've got fuck you and fucked harder. So I gotta pick one.
Fuck tartar sauce.
I think the other one I got's DirecTV.
Oh, that's not great either. Yeah, they'll run you up just as bad. Hey, we got a super chat. First super chat of the night. Rootin' tootin' Texas tootin'. He says Freddy vs. Jason is the old timer for me. Ain't nothing like a dip in the lake. You boys listen to that new Green Day? Look, My No Brains is an instant classic. I crimped my damn neck at work. God damn it, Jay.
No, I ain't doing nothing to you. God damn it, rootin' tootin'. Don't you come in here sassing and pointing your finger. You better go to church and ask for forgiveness. God damn, rootin' tootin'. I'm sorry you crimped your neck looking at them goddamn girly magazines in the church pew. Stop it. Pay attention to the Lord.
I'm shocked that Rootin' Tootin's a Green Day fan. You know that they are anti-establishment. They are anti-Republican. That doesn't sound like you're scootin' toot, Rootin' Tootin'. Doesn't sound like you'd be into
what Rootin' Tootin' meant was he's a Green Day fan when he's up in them goddamn blue states like Oregon and shit like that. But when he gets back down to Texas, Travis Tritt all the fucking way. Don't you even fucking think about it. Try that in a small town, motherfucker.
On that note, though, I love Green Day. I love everything, almost everything Green Day puts out. They're doing this weird like boomer thing now where they're like complaining about TikTok and influencers. And I'm like, guys.
Yeah, but we are boomers.
No, yeah, I know we're boomers, but like there's a way to be a boomer and there's a way to like just like seem like you're complaining and bitching about stuff all the time instead of having fun. So like there's literally a line in their new song. It's like TikTok and taxes. And I'm like, you have a TikTok. You're not allowed to complain about TikTok. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's kind of weird.
I haven't listened to Green Day in fucking forever just because they start spewing that Democrat-lace shit. But I will say I just felt I don't like it when they get like any band that gets into politics, whether it left or right. I'm like, I lose interest, man. I was like, you're cool when you're not involved with that shit, but when you get like right crack in the middle of it, you sound stupid. You just sound like another talking piece. But I will say they kind of make sense. If you're talking about the TikTok generation, there's a gaggle of fucking idiots that rule TikTok because they're like, TikTok challenge, lick the toilet seat, and then put your finger in your butt, and then put it in your mom's face and make her smell it.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, you also got to admit though, American Idiot's like one of the greatest albums.
No, I like that. That's not a bad.
And that's like mostly political.
Maybe two.
Yeah, no, there's just that. Yeah, the C, but yeah, no, but I still love it because I love everything Green Day, and they're one of the best bands to see live.
Disturbed went real hard after Bush, and I like that album.
Yeah,
Deify. What was that from? The third album. That was a pretty good one. 10,000 Fists.
It was weird. Like it seems like everybody went after Bush and music, and like it was like the cool thing to do. But like these days, most bands are afraid to even get into politics, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't either because like you're gonna lose half your fan base instantly. Yeah, and like people are sick of fucking politics. They just want to party. Courtney, can you show the Corey Feldman music video, please?
We can't, dude. We're gonna get fucking send this pack of wolves after us.
We did this. By the way, if you guys are not on Patreon, check it out. The last live stream we did a live stream Saturday with the Halloween stream where Jay and I dressed up, and we actually watched the Corey Feldman music video for. There goes every good bit of music. This is gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night. I'm the comeback king. Know what I mean? We watched the music video together, and we all cried because it was a dark night.
Yeah, so if you guys ever get a chance, hang out with us on Patreon because we can watch shits like that in the privacy and not get like burned by DMCA.
Also, we show our dicks. Our soul dicks, not our real dicks. Nighttime.
Inside dick.
Loomis, can I order a Michael Chili cheeseburger?
No, order a Slim Fast. Shut the fuck up. Goddamn. No, you can order a goddamn Michael Chili cheeseburger, you asshole. Yeah, give me a goddamn Michael Chili cheeseburger with a side of death. You dumbass.
You don't know what death is.
You don't know what a chili cheeseburger is, apparently.
Luke Weber says, Mike, your shoelace is untied again. You son of a bitch. I actually told somebody their shoelace was untied tonight, and I think I offended them. Like when I said, I was like, hey.
Did it work?
No, his shoelace was actually untied.
Oh,
I was trying to warn him. And he looks down at it and he goes, I know. And then just walked off. I was like, sorry, man.
I mean, he's probably just embarrassed or something. Like maybe everybody thought he like couldn't tie his own shoes or something. I don't know.
It was my stepdad. So not stepdad. No, dad-in-law.
Father-in-law.
Yeah.
I just like, so he's like, hey, your flies. I was like, I know. I'm letting it air out. What are you worried about it? Why are you striking my dick, man?
Yeah. Quit looking at my dick, man. Hope you guys are having a great day. Both looking very handsome as always. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
it's a pretty good day.
$20 is in the mail. No problem.
It's been pretty good. It has been a solid day. Watched Primal Fear with MJ today. First time seeing that. Great movie. First time.
We've had a busy. Well, also Mike and I got to hang out with Eric from PMI. We've got some videos.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Those who thought you meant.
PMI. Yeah, PMI. Like, there's actually a construction company that around here called PMI. It's like, oh, you hung out with a construction worker for Halloween. You guys dressed up and YMCA'd
Cool.
it. No, yeah, it's like, cool, man. Did you get to drive his bulldozer? Yeah. But no, and then, of course, Pennsylvania, we had the Patreon stream, but yeah, we missed the fuck out of you guys. I forgot how long it had been since we'd actually streamed to you guys. And now it's very nice. The nipples are lactating and feeling sexy and sensitive. By the way, I will also point out, if you guys have not got a chance, I did beat Spider-Man 2, by the way. I'm not going to spoil it or anything. It was pretty solid. I did like it. But I didn't like the MJ missions at all. I think they were boring. I don't know why they changed your face model. And there's a few other things about it I didn't like. But overall, it was a solid game. I really did enjoy it. And I can't wait for DLC and New Game Plus. But another unheralded gem, and I'm almost done beating it. And I was telling Mike about this. Have you guys ever wanted to step into the shoes of Alex Murphy, aka RoboCop from the 1987 RoboCop film? Well, you're ready to get your chance. Hop on board to RoboCop Rogue City, out now for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It's amazing. Peter Weller came back, does the voice for RoboCop. By the way, I will point out there are problems with it. There's graphical problems now and again, and it's not smoothest game of all time. It's by a AA company. It's not a AAA developing team, but they love RoboCop, and you can tell it's literally a RoboCop love letter. It's first-person shooter. It's amazing. It's so cool. And there's a little bonus, like, if you pre-order, but I think you can get it now. You can actually change, which I've got it on. I'm rocking it, the RoboCop 2 suit, where it's a little bit more blue, and you get the black gun. I wanted that shit. But yeah, dude, it's a great game. The voice acting is a little hit or miss now and again too. But dude, overall, it's so fucking, when you shoot bad guys, and I tell Mike, because Mike doesn't like to play like long games. It's probably like 15, 18 hours. If you just did the main mission straight, it's probably 15 hours.
That's pretty sweet. That's solid.
Yeah, so
especially for $40, right?
Yeah, it's only $40. And if you don't do the side missions, like, again, it's like 15 hours. But dude, how cool is it? Peter Weller is voicing RoboCop again. The girl that plays Ann Lewis, because she's back. This game takes place between RoboCop 2 and 3. She does great. And dude, you never get tired of killing back. Like, the gore, it's all there. The blood, the satire, humor, it's all there. Like, and they and you could, like, again, you could tell these guys that made this game were fans of RoboCop. They have gone through and detailed lovingly the police station, downtown Detroit, all that shit, dude. The cars, even when he comes out of the garage, when RoboCop and the sparks fly under the undercarriage, when he hits that ramp, that's all in there. And dude, I'm telling you, it's fucking awesome. I hope they get support, because again, like, they're not a AAA studio like the guys at Insomniac that made Spider-Man 2, but I think they're a small team out of Switzerland, and they made a Terminator game in kind of the same style called Resistance, which I haven't played. But yeah, dude, this is, if you're a diehard fan of RoboCop, the original, you got to fucking pick it up, man. You got to buy it.
I actually may purchase that one myself, because it sounds pretty dope to me.
Dude, when you're playing it, like, for a second, like, it's just so surreal, dude. You're walking through the Detroit police station, and it's exactly like the movie. Exactly. Like, every detail's there. Like, everything. The locker room, the chair that Murphy sits in, all of it. You're like playing it, and you can, when you're walking, you're the boom, boom, boom. Like, his foots. And it's badass, dude. You see it, but you're like, I'm fucking RoboCop. You're literally playing RoboCop in a first-person shooter game. It's badass.
That turns me on. in all the right ways. I totally want to play it, dude. I'm gonna check it out. Dogma said, "Hey guys, question: would Nightmare on Elm Street still work if the cast were kids instead of teens? Because Freddy's a child killer."
Yeah, it would work, but it would never ever get made.
Yeah, it's tough because that Terrifier 2 Terrifier 3 trailer just came out, by the way. It features a little kid, and Art the Clown it's on Christmas, and he's dressed like Santa, and the little girl comes up, she's like Santa, and then Art turns around with like this bloody face and shit. So like that's gonna go there. But that's Terrifier, so that's a whole different thing, right?
Well, the house at Jack built, I just watched that recently. They do show the murder of 2 children as Jack shoots them with a sniper rifle, which was fucked up, but they didn't show them explode, like their chest exploding. You didn't see the death on screen. So Terrifier might do the same thing. You might see the aftermath, but you won't see him actually murdering them, because I think what happens is, well, if a studio does that, they run a risk of NC-17. I don't know. I mean, they just run a risk of that, and then their movie gets more lit. Like my brother Cody actually did. Dude, he watched Terrifier 2, and he's like, dude, why the fuck was this movie not given an NC-17? It was fucking disgusting. Like, it was gross. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, he's like, well, how does that work? I was like, I don't know. They avoided it somehow, but yeah, I don't think they'll, as far as Nightmare on Elm Street though, having a cast of kids that Freddy actually, I mean, what I don't want to see, it's already implied that what he did with the pedophilia. Right. I don't need to see, and they already went as far as I think they could in the remake, when you see the one girl in the little girl's dress, and he's like, "Oh, you're wearing your favorite dress. It was always my favorite." And it's kind of already nasty. So I feel like you definitely need to make people realize that he's a creep, but not like, you don't need to go to an extreme level with this. So I mean, little kids probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, and I'm of the mind, like, on one hand, does it make it scarier? Yeah, because like if these little kids are in peril, you're actually like freaked out. And it's the same thing I've always said about the Sydney thing. I'm like, I want Ghostface to go after Sydney's kids, because she won't be so cool, calm, and like, I've been here before, I've seen this movie. She'll be scared because Ghostface is actually coming for her kids, and it'll up the suspense of the movie. But when it's directly the kids and they're having nightmares and Freddy's actually killing kids, on one hand, it would be scarier, it would be more suspenseful. But on the other hand, dude, I'm kind of sick of seeing little kids in horror movies. Like, I'm sick. Like Evil Dead Rise just did it. We had to see that little kid go through all that stuff. We've seen
it's a taboo. It was a taboo thing, and now it's kind of becoming an everyday thing. And it's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, it's fucking woo. And then it's like, all right, I want it like an adult actor now.
So I just don't want to. But it's a good question, dude. J.K. Simmons. Woo!
I love that profile. That felt good. That felt good.
Kiss stealing.
That's how you feel when you take a shit in a public space, like in a restaurant, and you leave that smell for everybody. You walk out the door.
Oh, and by the way, based on last dude's question, that is the theme tonight. Once we get done pooping the shoot, we're gonna watch back, not in their entirety because of copyright and all that stuff, but we're gonna take a gander at each of Freddy's death scenes where Freddy himself actually died, and we're gonna tier list rank them, which should be fun. I'm excited about that. But JK, says was watching old Friday Night Fight stream, 90s teen slashers, and I gotta agree with Jay. Disturbing behavior clears the faculty. Suck it, Mike.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
I'll fucking take that thing down like a Kobayashi.
JK's the limousine riding, airplane flying, women seducing. Fuck yeah, fucking suck it, Mike.
Mr. Clumps. He's Clump. He might be Jerry Epstein. I got abducted by aliens last night. They opened my back. Now my neck looks like a belly.
No, Mr. Clumps, you've mistaken those. That wasn't aliens. That was called the FBI, and they had flashlights, and it was bright, and they were wearing SWAT team gear. They weren't aliens. They picked you up for the fucking crimes that you definitely have committed based on your profile picture. So
Mitch McConnell? His neck looks like a
belly. They opened my back. Now my neck looks like my belly.
I don't understand, but I'm just picturing Mick McConnell because he's got a turkey neck coming out there. Hey, can we all, by the way, just give hey, you know what? After tomorrow, no more fucking political commercials, right?
Yeah, thank God. It's been the
voting day
fucking worst, dude.
Kentucky.
I can't take it anymore. It's so fucking stupid.
God, I'm sick of it.
It's like I'm trying to watch my porn. I mean, I'm trying to watch my educational theology studies group video, and an ad keeps playing.
That over and over and over again. And like, dude, they come out, and like the big thing is like the abortion stuff now. So like they come out, and as soon as the commercial starts, they're like rape and incest. And they're like, Jesus Christ, my kid's eating her fucking SpaghettiOs. It's 6 p.m. on Tuesday.
Let the boy watch.
Channel 27.
Let the boy watch.
Calm down, America. Christ. Michael Barton, Captain America, Brave New World should get scrapped.
I don't know what that is.
That's the one where Anthony Mackie is Captain Merc.
Oh well, yeah. Well, never mind. That's another thing. If you look at the overall Disney Marvel structure, I mean, they release all these Disney Plus shows. I mean, nothing wrong with Loki, but they did it with like the Hawkeye thing. And now they've done it with the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. Again, they're not like badly produced, but it's just like it's so small scale. You know what I mean? And it was just so meaningless in a lot of ways. I don't know.
They got hooked on everybody eating up anything they did. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like whatever. They just thought that no matter what we put out, people will watch. So
does anybody even know what the final? I mean, at least by now you were teased Thanos. I don't know. Like you were thinking it was Kang, but Kang got his. I didn't even watch the movie because I was so fucking bored, and I never thought I'd say that about an Ant-Man because I do like fucking Paul Rudd, but apparently he beat the shit out of Kang. Ant-Man did alone by himself. Ant-Man beat the fuck out of Kang.
That was like one of the only cool scenes.
Yeah, but if he's supposed to be the ultimate baddie and he gets
Yeah.
his ass kicked by Ant-Man alone, that's not very dangerous. Dangerous. It's not there.
They're apparently talking about switching him out with Dr. Doom because of all his legal troubles, as well as these movies not hitting the mark. They're talking about making Dr. Doom the new Phase 4 bad guy.
Man, I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they need to fucking find an Infinity Stone, and snap back and fucking make time travel go back and then like reboot the whole. I don't know, man. Like they've really, it's just all over the place. The writing is fucking. I don't know what's going on. I don't even think a hardcore Marvel fan knows what's going on because they got the scroll thing they introduced. Then they got the Secret Wars coming out. They had a Kang thing. Now it might be a Doctor Doom thing. I mean, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, it's a fucking wild ride, dude. Brandon Ferguson, good to see you, buddy. He says, "What's up, guys? Did y'all see the news that Marvel is releasing R-rated movies that aren't necessarily connected to the overall universe under a different banner called Marvel Spotlight? Marvel Spotlight. I have not seen that
That's
directly.
great. I know that comic book though.
The only thing I saw was that after that other Blade news came out, and it's so fucking funny, dude, because I literally tweeted, I was like, here, Marvel, let me fix this for you. Bring back Wesley Snipes, make Blade rated R, and hire someone to do the Logan version of Blade. There you go. There's your fucking movie. You're done.
Well, they want Blade in. They want to put Blade in a permanent like MCU part of the universe thing.
Yeah, which that's the problem. Like, stop focusing on that and just focus on making a good fucking movie. But right after that, I saw they hired one of the writers from Logan to write Blade, and the next story I saw was that Blade's officially going to be rated R. So they backtracked. They said, okay, we'll make it rated R.
Well, I think that they would be kind of fucked because they said Deadpool's going to be rated R. Then why wouldn't Blade be rated R?
That's so true.
But yeah, I like your idea. The Marvel Spotlight sounds like that's something that would be new and fresh and something different. That's what they should do right there. And you know what? To test the waters with that. Play around with it. Play around in the pool a little bit. Have that on Disney Plus. See how it feels. Try it on.
But honestly, like, I mean, can Jay and I get like a fucking check or something? Because we've been saying that y'all should be doing all of the things that you're deciding to do now, at least for 5 years. For at least 5 years, you and I have been saying this exact shit.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Come on.
Well, even if it was true, then we could prove that the Disney was like, "Hey, why don't you suck on this big old nutsack that I put in your mouth? I drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake."
It's so true, though. It's crazy. Same thing with DC. Colton Candler, Sly's new doc. Oh, dude, have you seen this fucking thing?
No.
Oh, dude, it's better than the Schwarzenegger one. Sylvester Stallone's doc on Netflix. Dude, I cried like 7 times. Shit, Colton, I didn't read the rest of it. He said Sly's new doc on Netflix was meh. Had some badass Rocky and Rambo statues though. Also, Mike, I sent you that YouTube link on Patreon. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we got to make Colton a moderator.
What?
A moderator? Moderator?
No. That's close, Colton. Too late. Too late.
You got to send a dick pic first.
Too late, Lord Brayton. As they say,
you,
a deal's a deal.
Cool. So I'll be honest, I was several adult beverages deep when I watched it, but I maybe tear up several times. I thought it was kind of artful, like it was kind of artsy. And what I loved about it is they tell the story about how Stallone was he looks like Stallone does. And like, they were like, he was a brute or whatever. So nobody would take him seriously. So for him to get any parts, he had to write his own parts. And that's what made him such an artistic person. That's what made him so special. And it actually ended up working in his favor. So I was like into that shit.
Well, I knew that about the Rocky thing because they offered him like $100,000 for a script, but he wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah, he was like, "No, I'm going to do it." And he's like, "So I took a risk on myself." I do have like 30 minutes left in it, but I love what I
know what somebody, like maybe his girlfriend or his wife is like, "It's $100,000, Sly. Just take the money." He's like, "Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off."
he breaks down that moment in Rambo too, when he's like, you know, give the fucking legs that you always do. He breaks that whole scene down and why he did it that way, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best emotional scenes of his career. I swear to God, and I know that people like he's not. You can't see him crying, but dude, that whole thing with him and Troutman, even when I was a young kid and I watched that, even then I was like, when I, you know, men don't cry, only sissies do. I was like, what's this? My eyes are sweating when I was a young one. But yeah, it got me even younger, and it was like, as I grew up and I learned, you know, all about the Vietnam War and how it fucked people up and how they were treated when they came back. It was even more emotional. It's because you see it. Fucked up, man. It was cool. I think it's his best emotional performance, period.
It's crazy because those are the two scenes you and I always talk about. Is you talk about the Rambo one, and I always talk about the scene in Rocky 1 where Mick comes to see him in his apartment and he leaves, you know, crying and shit. And they break down both those scenes so well. And I was watching with my 14-year-old, and she was like, "I want to watch Rocky," and I was like, "Oh, I'll show them all to you. And she's seen it before when she was younger, but like that, you know, the scene where he's like, "Well, you want to come to my house? Why? Something stink? That's why it stinks. The whole place stinks." I cried watching the documentary. I was tearing up.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, people are going to argue with this as far as his most emotionally impactful scenes. I mean, that's just our opinion, but I mean, I know that a lot of people voted. I saw this thing when somebody voted, and they think it's that part in Rocky 2. It's like, "Yo, Adrian, I did it," when he starts, and then like that dum bum dum dum, like the music comes on, and it's like everybody was crying and shit. That might be high up on the fucking list. Yeah, but, I mean, for other people, but for me, it's the Rambo. For you, it's the other one. But yeah, he's a great actor, dude. Sly's a great actor.
Underrated as fuck, man. Michael Barton, Martin. The Blade script was so dog shit, and backlash from fans hated it that today they announced it would be R-rated. That's where it's just on. Echo trailer was dope though. Echo's like a Pixar Marvel thing, right?
No, I don't know. I thought Echo was like a superhero. I never heard of her. I thought the only Echo I heard of was the fucking Sega Genesis Dolphin game, like Echo the Dolphin. I was like, did they fucking get the rights to that shit? And now it's gonna be a fucking superhero dolphin swimming around helping out like fucking Namor.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I don't know what it is either, man. Child of the Corn. We met this motherfucker. We saw him eye to eye. Actually, we were looking up at him like this, but came to Scarefest. We had a great time together. Had Drinky Poos. It was awesome, man. What's good, fellas? Pack and Steelers this week, Mike. That's true. They play at 1 p.m. Should be a good 100%. Do you guys consider Freddy and Pinhead slashers, or because Supernatural do you not? I would. Is what he says.
I know, but it sounds like it looks like it says I wild 100. I wild out.
I'll be wild.
I wild out, boys.
I wild.
Do I consider Freddy and Pinhead slashers or supernatural? Either supernatural, 1,100,000,000%. 1,100,000,000% without a doubt. Aside of fuck yeah, they're supernatural. Freddy's literally a dream demon, and Pinhead's a guy that lived in the World War II and then died, went to hell, came back as Leviathan's butt servant. So he's 100% supernatural.
I think he's saying, do you consider them slashers because since they're supernatural?
Or because I thought he meant or supernatural.
Do you guys consider Freddy and Pinhead slashers, or because they're supernatural, not slashers?
Child of the Corn, how much corn syrup have you drank tonight? I don't know what you mean. I think, well, they're slashers. And they're slashers because they're supernatural. I feel like I'm in fucking class and I'm like the teacher asked me a question and I'm answering the question, but with the question, I think it might be there.
Yeah, I'd say they're still slashers. I agree with you, man. Like I think that they murder like crazy. Pinhead's a little weird because he doesn't do a lot of the killing himself, but he still takes people down.
He gets like, well, yeah. I mean, he definitely partakes in it, but I mean,
Charles Manson-ish in a way.
No, he actually gets his hands dirty though.
Yeah, but yeah, he does.
I mean, they're supernatural killers. Sometimes. I mean, that's where slashers is.
I agree. Supernatural slashers, both. Bit of both. Oh,
he said something about the Steelers. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. So Packers actually beat the Rams, which I was surprised. Packers suck shit. I'm gonna go ahead and predict myself that the Steelers win by 7. I am. That's what's gonna happen on Sunday, and I'm disappointed to admit that, but that's what's going to happen. So congratulations to you.
Imagine a team named Green Bay Packers infatuated with dicks. Crazy.
Who can imagine? Maybe they'll
dicks and Packers. It just goes together.
Packers,
feels good.
Dicks.
Peanut butter and jelly.
That's why I love them. They're the Fudge Packers. Colin, what's up, guys? Bought me some new Wham merch, and it's awesome. Have a great night.
Hey, all right. Thanks, Colin. I like that. Thank you, man.
Jay and I have a couple hoodies in the mail on their way here to us now. So we're gonna be flying like that. What's the saying? Flying, styling,
and profiling.
Yeah, that's gonna be us soon.
Rick
I can't wait to get these hoodies. Yeah. You have a great night too, Colin. Thanks for getting. I love your picture, dude. It's like Halloween mixed with the brand new album, The Devil and God.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Colin. It's a cute picture, but it kind of reminds me of some shit off Sinister, like a home tape from an 8mm.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden you're all happy, and then it's gonna cut to like somebody getting their face chewed off by a lawnmower.
I just saw this random comment where Banana was like, "Good, Mike." I was like, "Was I having a heart attack on screen?" Sometimes I do that. Sometimes like,
that scene in Sinister is apparently rated as one of the best jump scares ever.
Lawnmower?
The lawnmower scene. It did get me. I'm not gonna lie. That one really fucking got me. Everything else was kind of like bland vanilla, but that one, chewy. Yeah, Sinister is an underrated movie, guys. Like, it just 100% is underrated as fuck. You know what I also watched? I just watched it too. Was Daybreakers. Daybreakers is another one that's underrated. Nobody talks about it. I didn't love
Daybreakers.
You shut your goddamn mouth, you vampire.
Sinister does kick ass though. It's one of the scariest movies of the past 20 years.
I only liked it because Ethan Hawke was in it, and also Sam Neill, and also Willem Dafoe. So
it did have a good cast. That's true. That's very true. Angelo, the Cisco Kid. I love his name. So it's handsome too. Look at him. So glad you guys are back, making my day in all the right kind of gay ways. Okay. Choose your dream director, lead good guy, lead villain, genre, any era. That is a loaded question.
Ooh, dream director. Well, it's gonna have to be James Cameron.
David Fincher for me.
Lead good guy, like a lead. Okay, lead good guy.
Ryan Reynolds for me.
A lead good guy though. Okay, you can go to your next one. I have to think about that one.
Lead villain, Lee Pace. Ryan Reynolds versus Lee Pace.
Fuck you, dude.
Genre, thriller. No, action movie. Ryan Reynolds. No, because Ryan Reynolds done too many action movies.
You can't
thriller.
Go back.
Ryan Reynolds, like unlawful intrigue type of film, directed by David Fincher. Ryan Reynolds is the good guy. Lee Pace is the bad guy. Let's go.
I want to see James Cameron directing. He's so old, but he's so good. Al Pacino versus fucking Robert De Niro in sci-fi. I want to see Heat in space.
That's hot.
I want to see fucking Heat in space, dude. I want to see
watch
Heat
the
in space.
Shit out of that,
like where
man.
It's like a fucking space mafia, and they got space cops, and they gotta go hunt down a fucking Mars colony that's like giving out like fake IDs to like people that don't belong on Mars.
I'm in.
That's it. And it's kind of a goofy, fun fucking movie, but James Cameron's directing it, so it's a sci-fi. You know it's gonna be good.
If we could go back in time, though, it would be Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Steven Seagal as the villain.
That would be the ultimate. That'd be the ultimate. Yeah. And then the fucking dream director for that movie would 100% be Jerry Bruckheimer. 100%.
Yeah, I would take that shit. That'd be awesome. Great question, dude. Mason, college football is better than the NFL. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Alabama sucks, but I'll say this. Fuck
you,
Nick Saban.
Fucking piece of un-American shit.
Nick Saban.
He's awesome though. Nick Saban is good. He knows how to win.
Good.
He knows how to win.
Dick, though. I just can't stand. I can't. College football coaches in general are the douchiest human beings on earth. Dabo Sweeney. I hope. No, I won't say that.
Deion Sanders is one of the most humble, down-to-earth men I've ever seen in my life.
Definitely not an asshole at all. That guy.
What a great human.
God, I hate college.
And he can play two sports at once. What have you done, huh?
They're so full of shit. Dabo Sweeney's the worst.
I don't think our coaches have been.
I do like Stoops because he gets.
And the one before him, the old man Brooks, he was good.
Yeah, Brooks was nice. Yeah, Kentucky's had good luck with coaches, but no offense, by the way. But I do love college football because it's way easier to bet on college football. Like NFL, you never know what's going to happen because those.
Well, here's a question for you, Mason, and for you. What do you think is more corrupt, college football or the NFL? What's more corrupt, or like NFL opens the door for more corruption?
Dude, if you watch some of the officiating in the NFL this year, ever since gambling got so big, the NFL officiating is rigged as fuck.
Remember that? What was that? Remember that a few years ago in the NBA when they busted that fucking ref for
Dunnigan or whatever the fuck. Yeah, which makes sense.
That was like 8 years ago or 10 years ago.
Yeah, dude. But college, I have seen some rigged games in college, specifically with Florida back in the day.
Well, I think Mason is correct in one thing though, and it's the same thing as for like college basketball. For me, college football, they do try harder because they're actually trying to win because they want to impress the scouts and the agents that are looking at them. Well, I mean, if you're coaching like LeBron James, if you're coaching him and he's like making like He's making like 50. He's making like 50 fucking million. LeBron James. If he's making like 50 fucking $million, and he's like, I don't feel like playing tonight. I got $50 million guaranteed contract. They don't really play for the love of the game anymore. A college football kid or a college basketball kid are they're trying to get to that next level, so they're giving it all. Like I feel like now I'm giving like that speech from Blue Chips. Those kids gave me their heart. They gave it, but it wasn't good enough for me. Good enough for you. They gave me everything I asked.
He said Bobby Knight died, by the way.
Bobby
Knight just died.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah,
he's another one. It's like well, I'm not going to speak ill of the dead, but I was always kind of like, dude, calm down. You know, there was a funny ass clip of him though. I'll have to show it to you later, dude. It's so funny. He's sitting there. You know, college coaches have to do their little local TV shows.
Yeah,
he's sitting there and like they made Bobby Knight do the show, and he's sitting there in the locker room talking to some like just like local TV anchor, and they're asking questions, and he's like, yeah, well. You know, the thing is, he's like, when they get the ball and and he's trying to contain his rage, but it's that he goes, when they get the ball in the fucking post, and he like kicks the table.
I love it, dude. I love that passion. Well, you know,
I gotta
watch it. No, well, here's the thing about Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight was not beloved by everybody at all. Like I get, you know, he was extremely passionate for the sport, but he was a character, dude. I did like him for his character antics. The only thing I didn't like was when he came after Calipari. When we hired Calipari and he was like acting like he was like way above, like he was so much more dignified. I'm like, dude, you literally choked your fucking son out on the basketball court. Like, don't act like, oh, Calipari's down there. He said, we got a coach down in Kentucky that likes to take kids first year, turn them out to the NFL like a farm league. I'm like, all right, so that's the worst thing that Calipari's done? Really? You choke players.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that shit too, dude. Watch this. I swear to God, you're gonna. This is and for anybody who's not our age. This is what your parents were like. What men were like to you when you're as old as we are.
Dude, by the way, I want to be. By the way, like no disrespect to Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight was a great coach. Obviously,
no. This is hilarious. Like this.
No,
is
I mean what I said, not about this. Just what.
Oh yeah. All right, here we go. You guys, trust me, you're gonna want to watch this.
Really disappointed in the of course the fucking progress that we've made. God damn it! That we just haven't. I mean, I'm really disappointed in the of course the fucking progress that we've made. God damn it! Fuck this show. Take this fucking show and forget.
Yeah, dude. Fucking tell him fuck this show, dude. You know what I love the best about it, because he's got like a Southern preacher's haircut, and he's got the same like vibe that a Southern preacher would have. And I have a vision when he's talking. Like, you imagine that a preacher like was sitting up there on a Sunday morning, and everyone's up there. They're ready to praise the Lord, man. Good things are in the air. It's Sunday morning. Everybody's dressed up to the tees, and he's sitting up there, and he's like, "Well, we had a Sunday drive last week to get as many new people in the church as we could. And, you know, sometimes the Lord directs you to do things that you fucking can't do. And you know what? Fuck it. Fuck you and fuck this church. I'm going Catholic. Fuck it. You fucking, dude, you goddamn heathens." And then he walks out. It just reminded me of like a crazy, cranky-ass preacher.
Well, you know, that's what would happen if you and I ever got to finally interview John Carpenter. He'd be like, so I was going to ask you for the 10,000th time, like, how did you come up with the line to Halloween? It's like, well, I had my keyboard, and fucking people keep asking me that goddamn question.
I thought it'd be like when one of us snapped, because I figure like it'd be the reverse, because we would be trying to be really nice and professional with John Carpenter and asking questions that weren't Halloween related, but every time we circled that bitch back and tried to get one little nugget of something, he'd be like, I'm not answering that. And he'd be like, you know, what I like the best is when you're trying to do an interview and be nice, but the motherfucking guest wants to be a dickhead because they have no fucking life and their ponytail looks weird. Mike, take me off the fucking thing. Fuck it. And then I would go, and like Mike would be like, so
go watch your fucking basketball.
No, it'd be funny because if I like pulled the fucking thing, I'm like, I like X'd out of here, and Mike was by himself, and it was just him and John, and he'd be like, so can you tell me about how you came up with the Halloween theme, because it sounds so unique.
And then we'd argue later, like Wayne and Garth at the airplane field. We'd be like, "Well, go then. Well, I'm gone. We'll go then. I'm gone."
And then I get mad. I go, and then leave.
Oh shit! Sorry, we went off on a tangent, guys. Where were we? Where the fuck were we?
But you didn't have to cut me off.
Oh, now my record's on like you. How the song goes. Austin, you guys notice how the werewolf at the end of The Howling looks like one of those purse dogs owned by Paris Hilton? It still upsets me. I haven't seen that in a minute. I have to go back and watch it. But
April's obsessed with it. I haven't watched it in a minute. Like
my mind's eye makes sense.
I have to go back and watch The Howling and An American Werewolf in London again.
I'm definitely Team American Werewolf in London. I think that's a way better film.
Well, there's a debate about which is the better transformation, in The Howling or American Werewolf in London.
Fright Night had a great transformation too.
It's never talked about.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous and shameful, but it's not on the level of The Howling.
It's tough. It's hard out here. It really is. Pop culture with Patty Pat. Mike, did you see Matthew Lillard's working with Mike Flanagan, Kniff from Connecticut, for his new Stephen King adaptation, The Life of Chuck? I did not know that, but anytime Matthew Lillard gets a new role, I'm fucking hyped. He was so good in Five Nights at Freddy's. He was the only reason to watch that film, in my opinion. Just being honest.
I thought the main guy in that movie was the kid from Hunger Games. Yeah.
He is, but Matthew Lillard's William
Afton.
He's like,
you see, I literally thought, like, when I first heard Lillard was in it, I thought he was the main guy. No,
he should have been. No, he's only in a couple parts, but dude, that scene at the end, oh my god, it's so good. But that's awesome, Pop. I didn't know that. Adrian Ybarra, are y'all gonna check out Thanksgiving? Looks funny, dude. I'm pumped for that fucking movie.
It's actually, I just saw a newer trailer for it. And I was watching my brother, and even he's like, he hates horror movies, like he gets scared of them, but he was like, it looks good to me because it does have a Scream-esque vibe to it. It looks goofy enough just to be enjoyable, and it's not taking itself too seriously, which I enjoy that. And there's not many movies like that anymore, like where they're like, we're not trying to make a huge fucking blockbuster, we're not trying to get into the legendary slasher films or whatever. And actually, in some ways, that actually winds up making them. They get into the list by doing shit like that. They just look like directors having fun or a director having fun.
Yeah, and the thing is that like if you look at the I just went back through Eli Roth's whole filmography because he did Hostel, Green Inferno, all that shit, but it's based obviously off the fake trailer from Grindhouse with Tarantino and Rodriguez, and that trailer is so gnarly, man. Like if you go back and watch it, it's like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But it's like death after death, and that one girl who's naked jumping on the trampoline, and then the big ass knife comes through the trampoline, and it's just sitting there, and she spreads her butt cheeks in the air and does the splits, and then lands on the knife, and it's just, oh my god. I don't think it's going to be as gross or as gnarly as that trailer hints, but I do think it's going to be a really good slasher movie.
The one thing that they've already made a mistake is that they've shown some of the better kills, kills, like that one girl that's like doing her hair, the little girl, and like he stabs the shit with the corn holders into her ears, which fucking would hurt like a motherfucker. It wouldn't kill her, but I was like, why'd you show that shit?
Yeah,
idiots.
It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. It's one of only like 2 worthy movies coming out this whole fucking month, but I'm pumped for it, dude. Marvel should focus on Fantastic Four and X-Men and not the Avengers. They can reboot with Secret Wars. Otherwise, they should adapt Dark Horse and Image.
I agree with you more. Yeah, exactly, Michael. But I mean, they don't have any faith in their writers at all. They don't have any faith in the direction that Kevin Feige is continuing to push the company. This is all Kevin Feige and Kathleen Kennedy's fault. These morons have literally just been squirting out diarrhea shit for the last 5 years and thought no one would notice. And when people are finally starting to wake up and be like, hey, holy shit, this sucks. It's too late. I mean, I'm not like, look at She-Hulk. Oh my God. And fucking, there's a fuck ton of other shows that you could be like, woo-wee. And they spent millions of fucking dollars on this shit. But you're right. If they would focus on Fantastic Four and X-Men, you're 100% right. And use the Secret Wars as the spine piece, as a new build-up. Yeah, you could totally do that. And then the first thing you should do also when you get Fantastic Four and the X-Men and they kind of have a couple of movies together, maybe with the new Avengers, introduce Onslaught. He's a fucking badass villain.
That's the way to go.
Anyway.
That's the way to go, Jay.
That's the way love goes.
Ooh. Jason Perez with the Chihuahua. Y'all needs to check out the new Chucky season out. It is rad, and Brad Dourif is coming back in his human form. If part 2, have y'all ever seen Eastbound and Down? Dude, Eastbound and Down is one of the funniest fucking shows I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
I think we did a review for that, or we did a commentary or something like that. I swear we did.
Not that one, Miguel.
No,
but it is funny.
It was on Patreon.
We didn't fucking do it, Jay.
Yeah, we did.
You're thinking
maybe it was I'm gonna get you, sucker. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I don't think
With Keenan Ivory wings.
either.
Yo, you've seen that. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
No, I know. We didn't do it, but we should though, because dude, that would be the funniest commentary we ever did if we did Eastbound and Down.
Well,
That
I
shit's
gotta go
hilarious.
Eastbound and pee. I gotta be right back.
Okay, all right, go. We'll go then. Oh my god, dude, these earphones just make my ears so itchy, and I don't like it. So I got like halfway through season 2 of Chucky, and it's not that I didn't like it. There was a lot going on because it was October, and like some of those kids were just on my fucking nerves, and I was really sick of their whining. I'm not saying the show was bad. What they did with Chucky, I thought was awesome up to that point, but I just got ejected from it based on some of those kids that were really getting on my fucking nerves and their melodrama. So I haven't gone back into it, but I will eventually because I do want to see it, because I love what they're doing with Chucky. I just don't like some of the ancillary characters for sure. But yeah, dude, I need to finish Eastbound and Down. I've watched the first season like 100 times. Michael, I'm scared about Terrifier 3. Not ready at all. Dude, I saw the trailer, right, for Terrifier 3, and I thought to myself, I was like, that is Art the Clown at his finest. That's so cool. And it's very much Christmas Evil. If you guys remember Christmas Evil, the kid comes up the steps and Santa Claus is going down on his mom. And it's just like the way that the lights and stuff looked. It's also very much the Tales from the Crypt Christmas episode. Reminds me of both of those things. Just the way it looked, and it was really fucked up and gnarly. And like this kid's watching Santa Claus go down on his mom, and it just evoked this weird feeling deep down in your tum-tums. But when I watched that trailer for Terrifier 3, it had that same vibe to it. It was really fun. And then Art looks up and the girl's like, Mom, and it's this cute little girl, and you're just, God, it makes you sick to your stomach because you know what's probably about to happen. And again, they still have to make these films rated R, so they can't go NC-17. So I don't think they're going to do anything too gnarly with the little kid situation. I think that's just, they've earned, I think, the right to make you think they're going to, which adds some suspense into the room. With any other franchise, they could throw a little kid in there and you're like, all right, we're not going to see that little kid die for sure, right? Terrifier 3, you might. So you got to be scared that they're going to go to that place. And I think it provides extra tension. And if they don't do it, I actually think it's genius. Like they get close and close and close. But if you're watching Terrifier 3 in the theater and he's dressed up as Santa Claus and I hope Terrifier 3 is crazy enough that I think you might actually see a real Santa Claus, and Art might kill Santa Claus, like the actual Santa Claus, because that franchise is so crazy. You might have a Santa Claus that's the actual real deal doing the shit, and then and Art the Clown just disgustingly, perversely murders Santa Claus. And like in the poster, we see he's wearing his face, like some shit like that. Then the little girl comes out, he puts on his outfit like he's fucking Agent 47 and Hitman. And then Art comes down. And if you're watching that movie and Art the Clown is chasing this little girl with a chainsaw, you're going to feel it. You're going to get sick down in your stomach, right? And you're going to be like, oh my God, are we about to see it? And you're going to be freaked out in the theater. And just like Game of Thrones killing Sean Bean off in the first season, spoiler alert, put you on edge for the rest of the Game of Thrones season, this show will do anything. Terrifier's earned that. So I hope they don't actually go there with a little kid. I hope we don't see little kids being murdered or whatever. I really don't need to see that. But I hope they use that. I hope they threaten you with it, and it makes the movie all that more suspense. I think that would be fucking genius. So I've been waiting to talk about that. So sorry to like unload on that super shot, but that's my thoughts on what I've seen for Terrifier 3 so far. Love Terrifier 2. Can't wait to see this movie. Kyle! Hey, Jay, Mike, House Scarefest. Hope there will be next year. Alkaline Trio single rips. It so does, dude. If you guys haven't seen the Alkaline Trio's music video, even if you're not into Alkaline Trio or like punk or like pop punk or whatever, watch the music video because it's a cool zombie video. Doesn't start that way. It's like halfway through the stuff starts to happen, but they're playing at like a skate park and things turn into zombies. Not only is the song fucking awesome and it's classic Private Eye, hell yes, type of Alkaline Trio music, but the video is so good and it's so well done. It's a good zombie short, if nothing else. So it's called Blood, Hair, and Eyeballs is the name of the song. It's fucking awesome. Also hype for Terrifier 3, as we talked about. Favorite Christmas slasher for me? That's tough. None of them have really like separated themselves from each other, in my opinion, from what I can think about. I could be missing something right now. What is your all's, by the way? What's your all's favorite Christmas slasher? I think that none of them have separated themselves. I liked Christmas Evil a lot. I really did. I liked, I'll just go with the original Black Christmas because it's so wild. Like when he's on the phone, it's like, you fucking pick, I'm like doing all that shit. I'll go with the original Black Christmas. I think that's the best one for sure. But there's been some fun ones, but nothing that really, apart from Black Christmas, separates itself for sure. Maybe that'll change this year. I did like what's that one that came out? That was what's the name of that? I just watched it. I did a review for it this last year. It's with the chick that owns the record shop, and it was like Terminator Santa. That was really good too. Fuck, what was the name of that movie? I feel like Brad Pitt in Seven. He's like, what was his fucking name?
What if I wanted to fight that for the rest of my life?
I see you've been letting April pick the tracks in the car.
Dude, God damn, dude. I was watching these like rock and roll like assholes, like people that consider like, and he was like at the top of the list on a lot of them. And she's like, "Oh, he's really good in concert." I'm like,
Jared Leto.
No, I mean, he literally stopped the show. He's like, "Hey, that guy right there," and he was like dressed in his cult member's outfit, like he looked like a goddamn like a hidden ninja from Mortal Kombat. And he was like having sunglasses. I was like, "Hey, that motherfucker right there. Hey, yeah, I'm talking to you. Nobody at my show sits down, so I'm not going to continue the show until everybody's standing up and rock."
What if the guy has like which by the way, I can't stand people at concerts who are like, "Excuse me, could you sit down?" It's like, no, we're at a fucking concert. But that guy could have had like he could have been handicapped.
Well, no, he wasn't handicapped. He was like, "Yeah, well, when you finally give me music to stand up and cheer to, I'll fucking do it, you shit joker."
Before I go pee, what's your favorite Christmas slasher? Kyle wants to know.
Christmas slasher. I do honestly. I like Krampus.
The new, Michael Dougherty's. And also he asked how was Scarefest. Scarefest was awesome. We talked to the Patreons about this. Have not had a chance to talk to you about it. It was fucking awesome. Having our booth was super fun again. And like I said, every single year we go, and I think that like just because we're us, we think we're going to be sitting there and no one's going to come up to our booth. And every single year we go, and it seems like there's more people than there was the year before that come up and say hi and like know the channel. So it's fucking
very awesome.
Goddamn blast.
Very awesome folk.
That last one that I was on was at that was from Kyle at 8:24 p.m.
Oh, 8:24.
Yes, and I shall return in just a moment there.
8:24 who?
Kyle was the last one at 8:24 p.m. This is the one I just read.
You must not leave. This is the big one getting right to the sack. It's Tim C.
Oh shit, son! I did not see you in there, Tim. Hello, sir, with the bag of Ethernet cable. Dude, thank you so much, Tim. Fucking, you see Tim. That red super chat and Tim's smiling face. You just know everything's going to be okay in the world. Hey, guys, how's it hanging? Art the Clown butchered 2 little kids with an axe in All Hallows Eve. So there is that. I still have to watch that. Was it, did they show it in like detail?
Yeah.
Because that one went straight to DVD, I think. So that could have been why.
Yeah, and the problem is, you're right. But I mean, we were talking about Freddy Krueger, though. That would be like an entire like hour and 35-minute movie, possibly, where he's literally slaughtering kid after kid. I mean, I think at some point people are like, I can't watch this shit. It's so gross.
Yeah, and like if he's like doing,
and he's also a pedophile on top of it.
Yeah, Art's not a pedophile.
No, I'm talking about Freddy Krueger though.
I know, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, and I think that that's what I was talking about, Art, while you were going with the kid stuff, because there's a kid in the trailer, and like I think if I'm not mistaken, Tim, I think that was direct to DVD. I could be wrong. There was a Thanksgiving trailer on the TV right now, but like, yeah, it's just where they have to when they feel like they have to up it now with the gore. Everyone's gonna expect Terrifier 3 to be even gorier than Terrifier 2.
No, they will. I mean, they'll have to now. They have to.
Right. So in their trailer, they were like, "Hey, there's a little kid this time." So I don't know if that's what they're fucking hitting at, but like, I don't want to see it. Like, I don't want to see, and I'm not going to sit here and be fucking Tipper Gore or anything and be like, "That's not right." But I think they're doing such a cool thing, and it's so fun to have this throwback. I think that if you throw up a little kid on there and you're like pulling a little kid's legs off or some shit like that, I feel like it's gonna do the backwards thing that you want, and it's gonna revert it back to like the video nasty, like horror is putrid type thing. Terrifier 2 was actually smart and had characters that you cared about.
Maybe it's just like draw the line at like, I don't want to see that pedophile shit. If you want to kill them, fuck them.
Definitely
fuck them kids, but not like not the pedophile shit.
Right? Yeah, and like
that's what Stacey James just say fuck them kids, man.
Now, here's an idea though. What if it's a kid murdering the shit out of another kid? What if that little girl in Terrifier 2? What if she shows up and she murders the kid, and then it's a little kid? murdering a little kid and it's different.
Remember they had that in Macaulay Culkin's The Good Son.
That was a great movie.
That's an awesome movie.
It's a great fucking movie. But he wasn't like, cooking her like a kebab.
No,
like
but I mean, you imagine if they had made that movie like a fucking hardcore rated R.
Yeah.
Like it could have been nasty because he already killed I think he killed his baby brother or some shit.
Yeah. And we see it happen like we see movies where they kill kids, but not in the way that art would kill a kid. So like it makes you kind of fucked up. Either way, love you, Tim. You're the fucking best, dude. Thank you so goddamn much. I will be right back.
Okay.
From the deep.
Okay. Now it's us. Let us talk. Like sensible. Cody Buchanan, thank you, sir. Says it was nice to finally meet you guys. Hey, all right, it's Scarefest. My son loved the autograph pictures. Next year he's coming for you guys. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, it was great meeting you too. Yeah, all you guys that came up to the booth that we got to meet were so great and so awesome. Mike and I were very, very humbled by all the great support and how amazing you guys really are. You guys are so super cool. It didn't even feel like meeting strangers. It felt like friends, and it's always nice to put the name to the face. So it was an honor to meet you, Cody, and yeah, definitely bring your kid, man. It'd be a good time. Cool times. Thank you for coming. Vinny C, hey boys, missed the Wham fan. We missed you too, dude. I missed it, man. It's been a while. Like again, it's been feels like over 1,000 years, but it's only been over a week, but it does feel like a long time. Thank you, dude. Gary, always wondered why they never opened the door in H1, but I just thought I've been trick-or-treated to death the same house because that explains it. Yes, that probably is it. I don't know. I mean, why they never opened the door at H1? I think that's what it is. Maybe that's right, Gary. I think it's, by the way, your profile picture is fucking awesome. Spider-Man. Yeah, maybe they'd like been the target of like some pranks and shit, and they were just like, fuck these kids. I don't care. I'm this close to putting a razor blade in an apple and giving it to them. Could be that though. You're right. I don't know, but I think so. Brandon, thank you, sir, says Marvel must be reading your minds, lol. Their first project under the Spotlight banner is going to be Echo on Disney Plus. Oh my god. By the way, guys, like I know that Michael Parton has expressed interest in that, but I don't know anything about Echo. Is she a real like is she a new character? Like is she a new Marvel? I never even heard of Echo. And I'm assuming it's a chick. I mean, it could be a guy. I don't fucking know. But literally when I heard Echo, I thought it was the fucking dolphin from the Sega Genesis video game. But I guess not. But was it a New Warrior? Maybe there was an Echo on the New Warriors with Night Thrasher. I don't know. I don't know. I'm racking my geek fucking brain and I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. TVMA on Echo. I don't know. Maybe it's cool. We'll have to check out the trailer and see what's going on there. JD is LA. Martin or Wayne's Bros? Love you guys. Man, fuck, that's a good question. I grew up with Martin, but Wayne's Brothers is great too. I'm gonna go with Martin just because for me there's a lot of rewatchability for Martin. I don't know, and it was so different and new when I watched. I liked it. It was like the adult version of Fresh Prince, in a way. You know what I mean? Benjamin, not Tramer Himthe. I got my Wham video card today. Appreciate you boys. Also, I highly recommend Alan Wake 2. Oh yeah, I haven't even played the first one, but yeah, I've heard Alan Wake is a great game. Horror centric, right? I might check it out. I look like right now. I'm playing Spider-Man 2. Well, I beat Spider-Man 2, so I'm actually just finishing up some side quests in that game and waiting on New Game Plus like a geek. And then I'm also playing RoboCop Rogue City and almost done with that game. But yeah, Alan Wake 2. Is it a third person or a first person? I don't know, but I will definitely check that out, dude. Robin Barker says the speech Rocky gives in Rocky Balboa is Oscar worthy. Fuck yes, dude. I agree. You, me, or no one is going to hit as hard as life. But it's not how hard you hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Keep getting up. Yeah, dude. 1,000 fucking %. That, I cannot believe that was never. You're right, dude. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm going to smack my fucking dick for that. You're right. That might be his best emotional performance in a movie. But I mean, I love my Rambo. I love my Rambo speech at the end in First Blood. I just do. But you're right, dude. How the fuck that wasn't nominated for an Oscar boggles the dick hole. You're right, dude. That's a great one, and that's on a poster. It's like an extreme motivation thing, right? So good. The TED Talk that you need. Mason says NFL is more corrupt. Could be. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't watch really a lot of either, but I'm just saying, like, maybe it's possible that the college kids are more susceptible to bribes and things like that. Take money to throw games versus like multi-million-dollar athletes that are making a lot of money. Because I think even a bench rider in the NFL makes like $300,000 a year, is $100,000 or something, just to sit on the fucking bench. Gary says echoes the deaf chick in Hawkeye. She's connected to Daredevil. Kingpin is brutal in the trailer. Okay, so I've heard, like, yeah, okay, that could work. I mean, hope she's awesome. Here's rooting tooting for it. Keep on moving. Oh, Gary, also, thank you, man. Says, after RoboCop game, I want them to make Die Hard, Universal Soldier, Time Cop, Predator, Blade Runner, and a second attempt at Rambo. Well, why don't you just ask for the second coming of Christ, Gary? No, you're right, though. That would be cool. I like everything that you're saying here. I like the Predator 100%. I think a Predator game would be phenomenal. A true-to-life, great, awesome AAA studio treatment of Die Hard would be great. Universal Soldier, it would work, but I don't think it would be super popular. Time Cop the time travel thing would be great. I think out of what you've got going on here, I think I'm just going to pick 3. I'll take Time Cop, Predator, and Rambo for 500, Gary, for after the same studio handling the game. It would be that. No, I'm on Gary on the next one.
You're on Gary.
I'm on Gary. Gary and me are having a moment to talk about.
You're inside of
Gary. We are inseparable right now.
Do you remember they made a Die Hard game way back in the day? It was like Die Hard
NES. It sucked.
Yeah.
It didn't suck. It was just really hard. I remember it being really hard. I think I rented it a couple times and I never.
Oh no, I'm talking about the PlayStation one. They had one on regular PlayStation. It was kind of fun.
No, I just saw I played the Nintendo and that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was fine. Okay, so we're gonna jump back into the super chats in just a minute, but let's get started with our tier list at the very least. Tier list. See, we're rusty. It's been a fucking minute, guys. Jesus. Let me see. I'm gonna find a video that has every death scene in it.
By the way, did they release a teaser for the Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel, or was it just the poster?
As far as my knowledge, I stopped working at like 2:30 today. So anything that came out after that, I don't know. But like,
no, this was early. This was like a couple of days ago. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think they released a teaser trailer for it. So I was like, oh, they released a teaser trailer. I was like, no, they fucking didn't. My Geiger meter would have gone off. They totally did. My PKE meter was silent today.
So I'm pulling up this video from HorrorNet since we're using their video. I want to give them a shout out if you guys want to check it out. It's from a channel called HorrorNet. Let's watch, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit through it so we don't get copyrighted on it. But as we rank our tier list, we're going to watch a little bit of each of Freddy Krueger's deaths scenes and see where we rank them as a tier list. So again, this is from HorrorNet. Thank you guys for us using your video.
That girl needs some orange juice and a week off school.
She
has been studying way too hard for those SATs. Shit. Oh, I didn't know
that was those old school graphics.
Yeah, well, it was just Well, you guys were like, I always thought that this ending for Nightmare was garbage. His death was just fucking pure. Like, I don't know. We don't have the technology to really do what I want to do it, like what Wes Craven was saying, maybe. And I was just like, yeah. So you just turn your back, you take away his power. The boogeyman's dead. They copied that shit in a lot of other movies, and you've seen that before, where they just turn my back and they go away. They go away like a bill collector. Guess what? They don't. Debt collectors come after your ass forever. So that's
not always true. Sometimes they do just go away if you pretend
the IRS that is coming and coming. Even
not the IRS. Yeah, they'll never forget.
Yeah, they'll never. Who is it? Even the Joker is scared of the IRS in the Batman comics. But so I hate it. I never liked this. The movie itself was fucking phenomenal, but I hated his death.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. Oh no, it's already gone to 2. Was that
it? Ruining everything.
Was that the whole death?
That's it.
I can't remember for sure.
That's literally it. That's it. He fucking gets teleported to the goddamn Enterprise in the fucking space.
So okay, so that's the first one, and I agree. I've always agreed with you on that. Like, as classic as Nightmare on Elm Street is, and it's a great movie. As soon as that ending took place, and she was like, "You're not real. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid anymore," and just turns her back on him, and that's all it takes. I've always hated that.
Yeah, and you know what? You know, there's some lost footage somewhere of Picard going energize and clicking his button, and he's like, "Hey, we found this fucking creature on Earth that we need to fucking experiment on." Yeah, it's terrible. Like, it's so goofy. The movie itself was so awesome and creepy and weird and out there. And then all of a sudden he's like, turn away and all your problems go away. And then he like crystallizes and goes, he just, it's stupid.
And technically, right? Like, it's not even technically a death scene because he doesn't even die. He just disappears. And this is the first movie. So you don't know if that means he's gone or not. But
okay. Well, no, I mean, I think the idea was he was destroyed. Like, you took his power away from him, and therefore he no longer had the one thing that gave him his strength was fear.
Right. But of course, then at the end of the movie, he shows up and he sucks her mom through
because
the door
of
like an inflatable.
Yeah. Well, what's his name? What the fuck's the brother of
Bob Shea?
Bob Shea. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his whole thing. It's like, oh no, we need to do
like, let's have an inflatable arm come out through the window and grab her.
Yeah, which he was right, to be fair, because I'm glad that they made sequels, you know, even though they didn't think initially. But so the ending of Nightmare on Elm Street 1984, this is hard because like it's the best. Like it's at least
it's the movie itself. Like make sure everybody understands. We're not talking about the movie. We're talking about his death in the movie.
Yeah, the highest I can go for that death scene is fuckable.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get mean.
Oh, you're going sucks my butt,
yeah,
Steve?
Dude, I'm going into hell, and we're gonna take on Malbolgia together. I will fuck you up, Malbolgia. And I want to put it right squarely in Steve's asshole. I do. I think that's a shitty fucking way to end an awesome movie. You know why? I will tell you this. I think it's and it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and you longtime followers know it's one of the first horror movies I've ever watched in my life. But it feels cheaply made. It feels rushed. It felt like they didn't know how to end it, or they were time constrained. And they just threw something up there. I'm just saying, and the technology at that point wasn't there for it. I don't know.
I didn't have the strength in me to do this, but you gave me the strength.
Come down in
and
here. I'm down in here. Me and Steve's asshole are feeling lonely. Come on in.
I admire the nutsack on this gentleman who stands before me. It goes and sucks my butt, Steve. It does suck. You're right.
It sucks, dude. You cannot argue with it. It sucks.
You're right.
And they're gonna say, I know people are gonna say, well, you guys are missing the message or the point. It's not that. But what I see on screen, what I physically see with my fucking eyeballs, is it sucks. It looks terribly fucking rushed. It looks like a rushed production.
Yeah, and to be fair, you can understand why it was rushed because their budget was so low.
And they were getting, and Bob Shea and him were fighting. It was a lot of bad shit going on.
Right. But given how badass everything that happened before, yeah, I agree with you, man. All right, so let's jump right into the second one, which is Jay and I's one of our favorites.
It's up there, dude. It ties with Nightmare 1.
As a movie, super fucking underrated as far as the whole franchise goes.
Touch me, baby, drive me crazy, suck me, what? All night long. Hey. That was the unedited version.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, this is fucking dumb. Her breath stunk. Onions, onions and pickles.
Dope shot.
As he's dying, though, the makeup effects are cool.
he looks like he looks like when you're drunk at the end of the night and all your friends are like, "We're going to Taco Bell," and like you want to go but you can't. It is like I'm just gonna stay here.
This looks like a fucking guy outside the Caesar's Palace in Vegas that's lost everything. He put everything up. His kid's tuition, his fucking mortgage on his house. His wife's called and said, "I checked the bank account. We have nothing left." And he just sitting outside saying, "Fuck it, I'll become a bum."
I've literally seen this guy outside of like rock festivals before. You're on your way out and he's just passed out in the bushes like, "Papa Roach was great, weren't they?"
No, he's like, "I love Billy Corgan. I love Billy Corgan." He's like, "We're not even at a Smashing Pumpkins concert."
He's even got the hat for you to put quarters in.
That's how, dude. I bet that's how Scott Stapp felt like when he was like in that hotel room all those years ago.
That's us after we do the beer chug on the Patreon stream.
This is how Scott Stapp felt when he wrote his new album.
All right, for copyright purposes, I'm going to fast forward a touch.
Yeah, it goes a little long. That's cool. I do like the way they make it. He don't look happy. He must have used it. Turn it off.
Look at that, dude. He just came.
Yeah. That's how every virgin feels the first time they explode. The
effects are great.
The effects the effects are great with his face melting and sliding off. Very much Indiana Jones type of situation with Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I hate the kissing thing that made him do that. He's like, God damn, your breath was toxic. Fucking Britney Spears song. I will give it. You know what? I will.
Wait. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
We're not done. I thought it was over. Yeah, he just blows up. Yeah,
he hits the ground like your face hits the linoleum after you puke at the toilet. Just dunk.
Yeah. Well, I will say at the end of the day, I liked it. I will give it. It's way better than yeah. Yeah, that's every guy. That's every dude. Like at 4 o'clock in the morning, coming home drunk and like just falling asleep in front of the microwave as you're waiting for the pizza rolls to get done. I will listen. This is better than the bullshit that we saw in the original one because at least they tried. At least they did something, and it was a death, and it had some kind of visceral, like tangible thing to it. And it wasn't just some like Star Trek shit where he energized to Uranus. Like in this one, he actually his face slides off. He's melting like a fucking cone in the sunny day, and then he explodes from the crotch, which is crazy. He got horny from that girl's kiss, and he fucking exploded from all that.
Dang it.
That's Jesse. Was just so horny.
Like, slow down. It's like, I can't.
And then some people are like, well, Jesse was gay. Not in the movie, you asshole. He was bi, probably. But I will give it, it's not fuckable. You know what? I'll give it above fuckable. Whatever is above fuckable, I'll give it that.
Pretty rad.
Yeah, I'll give it pretty rad.
Pretty rad. I am going to put it to a vote, my friend, because I am of the mind that, and let me
you don't just put it to a vote. Why? Because you want to put it in fuckable?
I want to put it in almost touches the sun.
What?
Yeah, I do, because I don't care. I'm gonna put that one to a vote because that's what we do. Freddy's Revenge. I probably spelled that wrong. I don't know.
I put it pretty rad, and you have almost touches the sun.
Yeah, almost touches the sun or pretty rad. You guys vote and let us know.
Have we done this for all 4 leads deaths before?
No, we've only done it for Halloween,
so
I believe.
New book up for us to explore together.
Yes, and also for I got another one lined up to do Jason at some point for this. But while you guys vote on that, let's take a look here at part 3, which I'm going to tell you right now. You know my opinions on part 3. I think it's overrated as fuck, and I'll say that right now.
So's your dick. There. Let's get in there.
No, it wasn't highly rated to begin with.
I put it on Craigslist and asked for a vote and everything.
Jokes on is like, am I? It's one of the Reddit, like, am I ugly? It's just your dick.
Yeah, dude. I feel bad for those guys. Like, how bad is your life right now?
Yeah, but like the fucked up thing about those people though is that like 90% of them are hot as shit, and they just put it up there because they want.
I saw a really inspirational one that was on Reddit where he posted a picture of himself and said, "Am I ugly, or why can't I get a girl?" And they were like, "Hey, you're all right, but you could lose some weight, whatever." He did that. Like, dude, he went 6 months, lost weight. What about now? Kept going back. What about my style? The guy wound up looking like a fucking model at the end of it all, and married a hot girl and got a life, got a house. Good for him. He took the negative criticism that the fucking Reddit users were saying about him, and he's like, "Fuck you." And he actually did it because he wanted to prove it.
Yeah, and I like that. Like, cause like, dude, that's how I work. Like, if people are mean to me or if they're like shitty to me, I'm like, I'm gonna put that in the fucking fuel tank, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm not just coming back for 20%. I'm coming back for the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Garfield social network it, but you think about it, he wasn't ugly to begin with. Like, he was just a little chunky. And I was like, some people are. Here's the thing about some people can lose weight or be in great shape, and they're just fucking ugly human beings. They're just ugly. They can't fix ugly.
Yeah,
some people just are buried in some fat, and then they lose all that shit, and you're like, God damn, that's a Brad Pitt looking motherfucker right there.
That is fair. I'm just of the mind, like, I will quit my entire life and learn how to do this one thing that you were mean to me about just to prove you wrong. But I mean, on one hand, it's very unhealthy, but on the other, that's how Michael Jordan is. It's like, and I took that personally. Anyways, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Except when you went to the Wizards.
That's true.
That was bad.
Well, he played good. He was just old as shit. Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors.
Oh yeah, this is more of a
shitty.
Well, it's actually, it makes sense. Like the holy water death.
Yeah, you got Neil fucking asshole
in a vodka bottle. Don't we all know?
Dust.
Oh, the shitty actor.
I think that's cool though. I think that well, they made a toy of this,
which I bet the toy's dope, and I do like this shot right here of the head. My mother's head. Oh,
that right there is fucking awesome. Where the cross appears.
But how cool is this?
Jesus said condemned.
I'm a Christmas tinsel. Like, what is that shit? Come on.
I was listening to disco as he was spinning.
It's this.
I feel like that's a little something. I swear to God, I feel like that's what Wes Craven wanted to do, kind of, with what he did with Nightmare 1. But the technology wasn't there. They didn't have the money to do it. I do like the idea that it was like a very Christian ending for something as demonic as. I mean, at that point, they were already. The nurse was introduced as the mother in the third one, and then Amanda Krueger and all that. So it kind of had that religious vibes going to it, and then them doing the holy cross with some holy water. I guess it makes sense. It's not bad. I don't think it's that bad. I put it at rad.
Oh God, no! I will fight you to the death on that.
Yeah, you're gonna be wrong, and I want to watch it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna watch you cry.
Oh, yeah. Everybody always disagrees with me on Dream Warriors. I think the second half of Dream Warriors.
You're wrong.
But second half of Dream Warriors is Harry Potter with shitty fucking technology. It sucks.
You're Harry Potter with shitty technology. Just because you don't know how to do magic doesn't mean everyone else doesn't know.
But so we got the original shockingly goes and sucks my butt, Steve, which you'll see that not go there for any category for anything for them. But today it does as far as innings go. And the crowd says, as far as Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, they say they agree with you, Jay. 59% pretty rad to 41% almost touches the sun.
Yeah, I think that really what hurts that is like the kiss thing. I hated that. I think that was so fucking dumb. Kiss me, baby, and you'll come back. I fucking hate that shit.
But he exploded from his underoos. So
well, he did because he was so fucking horny he died. He couldn't unleash that.
So pretty rad's where that one goes. Now I'm putting this to a vote, and I'm going to lose this one because I lose every fucking vote when it comes to Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Just put it to the vote, yo.
But I'm going to do it anyways because I don't care.
Mike has to have a preface before he says it, so you fucking side with him. Don't listen to his bullshit.
It never worked before, bitch. It never fucking
Don't listen to his bullshit.
So what was yours? Pretty rad?
Yeah, I put it pretty rad.
And mine was fuckable at best. Although I'll just leave fuckable. Okay, fuckable, fine. I think it kind of sucks with us, but I'll go fuckable. But the ending to Dream Warriors, you guys vote right now. Is it pretty rad or is it fuckable? Oh, look, there's already some pretty rad votes. Fuck you guys. Fuck everyone. I'm never coming back to school. Never.
Threatening the voters is a crime.
All right, let's jump right back in. Let's do part 4. The ending to part 4.
You know what? Nightmare 4 is a movie that you come to respect after a little length of time. I used to not like it, but then going back and watching it, I think what happened was I get confused with 4 all the time.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And 5 is not as good as 4. I'd love 4 though.
Yeah, but
I do.
4 is pretty
good. The ending is questionable though. All right, here we go. Yeah. She shows him his
Oh yeah, this fucking Alice in Wonderland bullshit. Oh! That's so fucking awful, dude. It looks like the beginning of a Peter Gabriel Sledgehammer music video.
Watch his face.
She goes in his mouth.
And it shall die. He goes, ah. He looks like when you look in the mirror and you have a double chin after you shave. You go, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. It's literally like looking at your receding hairline. And you're like, I can't believe I found more hair in the sink. Yeah. That looks like a commercial for what's the commercial where like the germs are living inside the mouth and they like throw dentine or not
Listerine.
dentine, Listerine. It's like a Listerine commercial.
Dude, no, it's literally when you're out of beer. When you open up the fridge and you're out of beer and it's after midnight and you can't buy any at the store.
And it's outside.
Right here. Like you open up the fridge and there's no beer.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. It looks like that's cool. But
Yeah.
you were talking about Nightmare 3 being Wizarding World of Harry Potter bullshit. This is Wizarding World. Show the monster itself and it dies because the magic can't exist.
But to be fair, we're like riding through the souls in his body, and it's all gnarly and cool looking. And really, Rennie Harlan's directing this. Also, that scene was just him running around in a circle like he's at a Taylor Swift concert
This
with
is
like
literally
fucking
him just
lights
going showing how white those teeth are.
How cool is this shit though?
Yeah, the inside, magic teeth.
That's fucking dude. That's badass.
Oh yeah, this I did like this.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Then they fucking crawl out of him and start fucking.
This was I think this might be a action figure too from NECA. I don't know.
Yeah, but dude, the fucking practical effects in this scene are so good. Look at this nasty shit.
You're dead, Krueger.
You guys ever felt like you can't live because of your heartburn? This is what it is.
Now that is corny when she's like, "You're dead, Krueger," and she shoots a fucking Hadouken
I'm not
at
even
him.
worried about her. I'm just looking at I'm just judging it solely on the death.
Yeah, like the fucking the practical effects right here are so good. Out of his head, dude. Did that
shit. Dickhead with that little
dude.
Look at all that one.
Look at the little guy coming out of his neck. That's so fucking haunting.
Yeah.
See that little dude's face?
Oh yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it looks good.
It looks like one of those big Michael Myers NECAs. It's fucking come to life and crawled out of your fucking neck, man.
Have you ever noticed that every movie they've gotten more and more detail on his death?
Yeah. This is so gross. It looks like when you try to cut the membrane out of a fucking pound of ribs. Oh, and they have him by the chin. And he's like,
those circus midgets cannot hold their booths.
Oh, and then he ripped fucking open. Your soul is mine. Shane Sung shit.
Good stuff to stop.
Yeah, so
that definitely goes up to almost touch it the sun.
I agree with this. I agree with this wholeheartedly.
I will put it there and we will touch it together. The day has launched. Apollo has lifted his skirt. Jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle.
Dude,
that's a great. That not only was it a great combination of amazing practical effects, but also the limited CGI they had to work with. Less is more, as they say, and they didn't put too much of the CG shit in it because they couldn't afford it. But again, that's what makes me miss, dude. That makes me miss the practical effects shit. That's what makes me miss it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and nowadays you're right. They would have totally just computerized it. They would have just thrown it in
looks
CG.
fake as fuck. Yeah.
And like Rennie Harlan does some crazy shit. Like his movies are weird as fuck. But you got to admit that the landscape he painted around Nightmare 4 was crazy dreamscape.
Well, I feel like Nightmare 4 is one of those movies that you have to go back. Like it's one of those movies that grow on you after a bit when you watch it, and then you realize how good of a movie it is. Like Nightmare 4 is actually not a bad movie at all, like in any respects whatsoever. After 4, they fall off the cliff. Like after 4, it's when they fucking start skydiving into shit.
Yeah, it's like Nicolas Cage says, things get naughty.
Just put the bunny back in the box.
I'm gonna agree with you though. Nightmare 4 goes and almost touches the sun. So we're gonna stick you the highest rated one we've had yet. Let's check out what you guys had to say about about Nightmare 3. In the case of Nightmare 3, God damn it, I fucking knew it every fucking time I told you it doesn't matter what I say. I could pander.
A lot of intelligent folk out there. A lot of intelligent folk.
I could do all I want to do, Jay, and it doesn't fucking matter. Right. You pieces of shit said that Dream Warriors ending is pretty rad over fuckable. 67,
I like it.
33%.
I think so. I believe it.
Me with a spoon, you fucking assholes.
God
I hate everyone here except for my wiener.
Mike is off the Halloween candy is dandy list. right now.
I hate doing this, but I'll do it because you made me. You fucking
You know what's weird is that we're almost like we're more than we're halfway through because they only made 8 of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's that. So considering that we'd been gone for like a week and a half from doing live streams, it was between this and I had a New Line Cinema one, and I have the Jason death scenes, and I have Eli Roth, Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino. This will be a best one because we have so much to catch up and talk about. So I picked the short one on purpose.
We got to slide in. We got to slide in slow and easy, and just see how we feel, and then hope that she's on birth control, and then go for the full on. The full on fully. But yeah, by the way, I will say at the end of the day, you guys got to be. I mean, I don't know what you guys are saying because I'm full screen right now. But the Nightmare 4, the mix of practical effects and CGI, chef kiss, I would say, dude, I swear to God, like when I watched that as a kid, I was like, it looks so fucking cool because it goes in like you mentioned, it goes into his stomach and then it comes out and then the shit starts exploding out of his chest like the worst like stomach ache he's ever had, and the demons are coming. It's fucking awesome. I know they're not demons, but the souls are fighting back.
It's so fucking good. And let me see here. Why is that playing? No, that's not what I want. Stop. What am I doing? No, stop.
Look at his face when the hand comes out of the back of his head. He goes.
It was doing. It had a mind.
He looks like a fish, though. He looks like a fish. He's like.
Okay, hang on. So let's go to part 5 now and see where that ranks. Okay, here we go. Yeah,
I'm reading your text bubble at the bottom. Tons of extra commentaries and videos and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna hump it.
Dude. By the way, we got over 100 commentaries.
Over 100 on our Patreon. There's over 100 full movie commentaries for horror classics, and also over 50 extra live streams like this one that you guys have never seen, where we play music and we chug beers and we have a great time because YouTube can't tell us what to do anymore.
Well, they can get I think it's like $5 a month for just the commentaries, right? Like they
commentaries are just
$5, man. That you get 100 goddamn movies where me and Mike are way more loaded and we talk about a lot more fucking like negative fucking shit and offend people.
All right, let's watch Nightmare on Elm Street 5, the Dream Child ending.
Oh God damn it.
Dude, I hate that kid
right away. It's fucking already going down. It's already going down on the list because of that fucking kid's face.
I hate his face, dude. Yep. I hate it. He spits that shit out into daddy's testicles.
Oh, God.
No, it's.
I just want to fucking Mike Tyson punch it.
Fucking Addams Family reject.
Oh, is this where he goes back into the mom, into vagina hole? Oh, she sucks him. That's cool. That is cool. Look, right there's the biker guy. That remember the boyfriend that he took over the bike in the middle.
Yeah, dude, this just looks like me and Jay after live streams when we're eating pizza.
Yeah. Well, that's how we look right now. But yeah.
That's what I imagine your balls look like inside of your sack.
That's what a girl sees when she goes down on you. And you have you manscaped.
I've always loved I've always loved the nun though. Like the storyline.
Amanda Kruger's fine, but I think this literally goes in her vagina.
Yeah, it's coming. All right, fast forward for DMCA purposes. It looks like Jason on that wall back there, kind of a little bit in a weird way. It's not, but it kind of looks like him.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that. I never noticed the faces. There are faces on there.
Stop spitting.
Mama's home.
It's so gross.
Oh
dude.
God, you're sucking right back into your vagina hole.
Oh, I forgot he turns into the fucking baby.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh,
is this seed of Chucky shit? Oh my
so
God.
Stupid. Is that not the mama? Not the mama.
That straight up looks like Mitch McConnell.
Fucking ET.
Like in the face,
shit.
it does look like Mitch McConnell in the face.
And we go back to the bad effects from the original Nightmare and Nightmare 3. The terrible.
No, I think that's as bad as Nightmare 1.
Yeah, dude, that's terrible effect right there.
Yeah, you started strong with oh wait. They didn't, by the way, they fucked up right now. They fucked up because they didn't show the end of that movie. In the end of that movie, like they were like, she's like, leave now. I've got some bullshit in my hole. And then they like leave, and then the fucking church doors start blowing apart, and then you could see Freddy fighting out of her stomach. That was cool.
Yeah,
and kind of scary. But
the whole,
because I think a gloved hand or something comes out of her stomach. I think overall it's a strong practical effects with the faces coming out, and then it's shitastic right after that. Right after that, it's garbage.
Yeah, the highest I would put this is absolutely the highest I would put it as fuck. And actually, I'm
pretty much on Steve's asshole. I want to get down in Steve's asshole and like I let you eat it while I take pictures.
Oh, that sounds hot. But also, I think that I'm gonna say let's put that in Steve's asshole. Not only the fact that the movie sucked, but that was such a stupid idea to turn Freddy into a little baby again.
That was it was terrible. It looked like a gremlin.
So bad. So yeah, we're in agreement there. Nightmare 5.
All right, dude. I gotta really piss though. It's a nightmare in my pants right now. I gotta go.
It's a nightmare in my
I know that's
my
what
dick hole. All right, so we're sticking Nightmare 5 into Steve's asshole. Instead of going back into his mother's womb, he goes into Steve's asshole, and that's where Nightmare 5 goes. So that's where we stand right now. In the meantime, while JPP's in the toilet, I'm gonna read some of your all's super chats. Nightbound 92. I like your name. That sounds like a cool, like dark Lethal Weapon movie. Yo, been a while since I was late on your stream. Hope you two are doing well. Plus, any chance of you guys ever doing a con in Florida? We almost went to Orlando for a con. That almost actually fucking happened, man. We didn't end up getting able to go, but there's definitely a chance it could happen for sure. And I hope it does because I love Florida and I like beaches and I like warm weather and loose women. That's not true. My wife doesn't have her headphones in. That's not true at all. I hate loose women. Guys, I like loose men. Wild Willie says Arnold Schwarzenegger is on Monday Night Football Manningcast. Oh, I'm actually gonna go back and watch that because Manningcast is actually funny, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of my favorite people. And so are you, Wild Willie. Thank you so much. It's not a touchdown. It's not. Michael Parton, Michael Jackson's werewolf transformation from Thriller still gives me nightmares because of how detailed it was. Unlike American Werewolf in London with the yellow eyes. It's not that I hate Thriller. It's just that it's so overdone. Like, I just feel like it's been beaten to death that when it comes on, I just like skip it. Like I just move past it. I do love the Indian version of it though, where they're like, Gali ma, 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 that I can watch. My kid was just in they did like a downtown street parade where, cause she's in a dance studio and they do like they all get together and they're led by the main dancer and she's like a Michael Jackson. All the kids are zombies. That was fun. But you know, overall, I'm so sick of Thriller. I really am. I'm not a Michael Jackson dude though. I think the guy's creepy. Frankenstein Studio just saw Blade is going to be rated R. We talked about that a bit ago, dude. Finally, it's like we've been saying it since they announced it. Nobody fucking listened, but all of a sudden, and again, Marvel, Disney, all of them, they only listen when the box office speaks. And now the box office has spoken. So maybe now they're listening to all of us old fucks. Nightbound. Also, you guys interested in the new Scott Pilgrim? It's animated, right? TV series. I just don't see it translating. Like, now I'm not a big animated guy either. So maybe that's why I just don't see that translating. I think that was like perfect in its little box, and I hope it's great. And for people who are huge fucking fans of it, I know there's a lot, I'm psyched for them. But I just don't see it, translating that well for me personally. It's a kick-ass movie though, for sure. JK, Texas Chainsaw gameplays were fun. Any more in the future? Yeah. We definitely plan to do a lot more of that. It's just technologically, it was so dumb. We had an hour of the Patreon stream one week on Patreon where we were trying to figure out and just couldn't get it to work. We ended up having fun because it's like when you're a kid and you're all excited about a game and you can't get it to download and you're pissed, but you end up having a fun time anyway. That's kind of what it felt like. But we just haven't gotten the technical side of it. And I feel like maybe that game's passed us by already now. So, but definitely hope to in the future because those were really fun. No doubt about that. I had a blasty blast in the pantaloons with him, and I know Jay did too. Iron Baron, que pasa, Mike and Jay? Would you be down for a horror movie character versus film between Art the Clown and Pennywise? Yeah, I think Art the Clown lends himself to a story like that. A versus story with Art the Clown makes so much fucking sense. I can't take it in my tchotchkes because he's crazy and wild. And like I said, he could actually kill Santa in a Christmas movie, and it would make sense. So him doing that with Pennywise, sure. I don't think they'll ever get Pennywise on board. But and that crew, but I'd watch it. I'd watch the shit out of it with my dick out.
Sounds hot.
You're hot, you son of a bitch. Pick your mouth. We are at Mr. Clump's. He's Clump. He might be gay at 9:11 p.m. Eastern.
Nobody's posting bail for you, you son of a bitch.
Get off of it. You only went out with it for 2 weeks.
God damn, dude.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And so will us tier listing the rest of these fuckers.
We got 2 more to go.
Yeah. No, we got more than 2. We got.
No, it's like
you
Freddy.
got 6. You got
3.
7.
You got 3.
Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh yeah.
And then
4.
so we got 4.
Whatever.
Shut up. It's my face that's really big on the screen and yours not even here. Fucking get out of here, idiot.
This is the I was gonna do something, but now I can't. This is the voice of the inside of Mike. I don't know why I have a small penis, but God gifted it with me, and now I have to say things. I will say that I love Alkaline Trio. They're my favorite band ever, and I would fall down on my knees in front of the lead singer and suck his dick at least 3 times in a row. I don't care if he kept coming over and over again. And then on top of that, I really do enjoy shopping at Kmart. There's only 2 left in America, but so what? I think I could go and get great deals at Kmart. Oh, and on top of that, I really love to stick my finger in my butt and smell it. Let me demonstrate. It smells like deodorant. Not really. It smells like poopy. Taste it. Oh, God, dude. You're going to get fucking clipped for that, dude. You're going to literally get clipped. You fucking went way beyond, dude. You're going to get clipped. Yeah. Good times. Mr. Clumps, did Freddy Wiener get burnt off, or is it just burnt? Fuck, I don't know, dude. I'm sure like it got like disintegrated. It looks like a dirty ass goddamn burnt hot dog. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't think about his wiener hole that much, but I'm sure it's like yeah, it's probably burnt. It's probably burnt, dude. It's probably burnt Crispies. Burnt Crispus. Cruising. Frankenstein Studio, and we'll also welcome back Jay. Thank you, man. Already feels like Aegis and Scarefest was great waking up between you boys that weekend. By the way, it was amazing. You have gentle hands, and we do appreciate that. How'd you meet how your meet the parents scenario go last week? Mike, any boobies? YouTube won't let me say the T word. Oh, they won't let you say tits? That's fucking stupid. That's the actual term that doctors use all the time. What's wrong with your titties as they perform a mammogram? Yeah, the Meet the Parents trip went up good. I mean, there was no issues. They were great, wonderful people. I made a terrible joke, as one would do. And it was even worse for the fact that when I made the joke to my mother-in-law, I had to explain the joke. And then she did the I went, fuck! I'm so mad at myself because I thought it was really hilarious. I ran it by my wife and her brother, and they thought it was funny. But again, I was drinking, and they were probably just being nice. And then when the moment came, when I met my mother-in-law, and I did that joke, fuck no, it did not work. And then I felt like a deflated balloon. But I appreciate you, Frankenstein Studio, for asking. It's all good. Everything was good. Great time. Good folk in Pennsylvania. But thank you, man. And yeah, it was really awesome meeting you. Again, gentle fingers, gentle hands, gentle mind. Thank you, dude. Ivan Pagan, you got to get off that shit, dude. You go into a fucking hillside somewhere, like worshiping like jack-o'-lanterns and like praying to the gods, the Celtic gods. I don't know what you're doing. He says, been MIA from the streams and our non-sexual sexual full body massage. Sorry, yeah, it's all non-sexual. I've been settling with a cross-country move, but wishing on many booty rugs and pee-pee kisses. Thank you. There's never been a greater quote of all time. Now that is, Ivan, what should be on Hallmark cards that you can send in the mail. We appreciate you, Ivan, and welcome back into the fold. I hope your move went well. And no one can go without pee-pee kisses. So thank you, man. The shape in the shadows. Hey, just wanted to say what's up and love. Yeah, guys, it was an honor meeting you guys at Scarefest with my wife, and you both truly are genuine. Much love, and to you, Jay, hope you're doing okay. Much love and support you. Thank you, sir, and thank you for coming by with your wife. It was really nice to meet you guys. I do remember who you were, and I'm doing okay. Yes, it's a day by day process, but it is what it be. And yeah, but I appreciate you saying that. But yeah, awesome. Again, you guys are so amazing to meet in real life. It's truly an honor, and it's a very humbling thing for Mike and I every time we get to meet you guys, and again put the name to the face. It's truly incredible, and we're so honored and blessed to I feel like I'm fucking taking, like I'm getting an acceptance award for an Emmy or some bullshit, but it's not. It really is it's an honor. Really is, and I'm saying that in the most non cringy way I can. I know it's still coming off as cringy, but thank you, man. Appreciate you. Keep going, keep cruising. Frankenstein Susie also says, is it just me, or does it seem like whatever random thing you come up with will work just as fine in terms of killing Freddy? Write it off as a dream logic. Yeah, it does kind of seem like, especially after I would go as far to say after the fourth one, maybe. You might be right. Like they were like, yeah, he's a dream demon. We'll just throw everything at it and fuck it, and it'll work. We could just write how they brought back Freddy in the fourth one by a dog pissing on his grave, and he arises from the smoke, fiery, obviously that dog has worms, piss. Stupid, but okay. Yeah, I feel like it's very throwaway. You are right. I think so. I think it's very throwaway. So unfortunately, but I agree with you, Frankenstein. He also says, Frankenstein, again, man, thank you, man. Says, how many times can Freddy end up in Steve's butt before it becomes a wet dream? Probably 2 more times. And then at that point, Steve is going to be he's got to go get it, that shit checked out. I don't know. His asshole is leaking. Maybe he had those chips that make your butthole leak. There's Lestra. It was Lestra. I don't remember. You remember those chips back in the day? Some of you older folk might remember what I'm talking about here. Like, remember those chips that you would eat, and they said that it can make your butthole wet or leak? Or it was like a Lestra or something. I don't know. I could be. I don't know. Yeah. And then we're caught up. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. We're caught up. Honey Doritos, Mr. Clump says, no one's going to give you Honey Doritos, Mr. Clumps. Not on your commissary. You have no money. Hey, we're caught up, dude.
I like chicken.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that too. And I like you, and I like the way you smell, and what we do in the bedroom together when we're alone.
Hearing base. Yep, that's the stuff, Jay. Anal leakage. Anal leakage. Do you remember those Lestra chips that came out in the 90s that said it caused anal leakage?
I do. That shit was scary.
Yeah,
because I ate a lot of them, and I have a lot of anal leakage.
I've noticed wet spots on my seats before. I didn't want to say anything. It's like, it could be something medically wrong.
It's me.
And it was just the old Lestra. How could you?
It's not our fault.
How could you explain yourself to your boss if you're at work and you have to be like, I gotta go? Like, why? My butthole's leaking. It's a medical emergency.
I just love chips, man. It's not my fault.
I'm gonna sue this company. He's like, you're gonna put that in a fucking court case. You're gonna go before a judge and be like, my butthole leaks for 3 weeks.
I don't like this.
My asshole leaked so much they thought that they could use it as the next power source that if the Hoover Dam ever went down. It was continuously leaking. And they're like, no. Are you serious? Like, yeah, I am.
Not today, Timothy. Okay, so let's jump right. So here's where we stand on the current slate of the world as we see it. We've got Nightmare 4 as the highest ending so far.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 went to pretty rad. Dream Warriors, pretty rad. I disagree. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Why don't you just keep your goddamn comments to yourself under your breath, mumbler.
And 5 are in the basket of Steve's butt together. Now we've got Freddy's Dead.
By the way, Frankenstein Studio says, how many more times will Steve's butthole get filled up before it becomes a wet dream inside his ass? That's why I mentioned the Olestra stuff. Not too much longer. Not too much longer.
It's going to get real naughty. Let's watch.
His asshole's going to leak so much that someone out of nowhere is going to say, "Can't rain all the time. Can't rain all the
time." Here is Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare.
God, oh man! Oh my god!
Oh my god! I'm actually kind of turned on. Is that weird?
Yeah, that's his daughter.
She puts a finger a little bit deeper than you expected her to. You know?
Yeah, but that's his daughter. That's nasty.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah.
That is even weirder. That's what it would be like if a girl fingered your butt, but she had those extra long fake nails.
Yeah.
I mean, not that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Those acrylics.
That fake ass stupid stick. Frankie.
It's so fucking dumb. This is like an advertisement for like a mortgage company. Like it's so bad. Like the whole fucking thing is so bad. Like it feels like one of those cheesy commercials for a mortgage company or like a lawyer. Like, have you been injured in a workplace accident? If so,
and not just that, dude, but how corny is it? There's fucking ninja stars. There's like fucking like Raphael's fucking sight is in there. It's so bad.
Man, Steve's butthole's been filled up.
Happy Father's Day.
Should I be turned on?
Not when you know the scenario. I mean,
I watched it on
she's
mute.
a hot girl. Like, yes, that's hot, but not
She's into it.
He Hercules that fucker off.
Kids.
Look how bad he looks. Yeah, I remember those Dentine Ice commercials. Those were great. And look, he exploded so hard, his sperm went back in time. He's 3 sperm now.
And then they're like, they look like the little things from Army of Darkness. They're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, the skeletons. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like me. That was like me. That's like me, Mike, and Eric this past week when we were hanging out looking for a place that's still open, like a bar.
Yeah. This one's open. This one's open.
Oh man, listen, guys, I don't want to put this to a vote because I don't think there's a need to. Like again, we just talked about it. When a company could get away with doing cheap ass CGI, would they be willing to do it? Absolutely. It proved it with Nightmare 6. It was like bottom feeder, like garbage ass, like graphic CGI. Not even not like like a bottom barrel graphics attempt CGI or whatever. It's awful. It sucks my butt. Steve's asshole is filled with goodness and jolly right now.
Yeah, the worst part about it, like honestly, and there's a lot of worst parts about it, but the absolute worst thing is the fact that this was supposed to be the quintessential Freddy's, like H2O, like with Michael Myers. Like even if that was the last movie and the problems with that movie, it was still badass. Because you always say like when these like, how do you kill so and so? So cut their head off. They actually did it. Like they had Laurie Strode with that moment when he's reaching out, just fucking badass, take that swing and his head goes rolling. That I can understand. But this supposedly being the last time we see Freddy Krueger, and it's this corny ass thing with ninja stars and a pipe bomb, and he's like, kids, like that's supposed to be the end of this fucking icon. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, this was like what happened when the mainstream media took over Freddy Krueger. Like he was a joke. At that point, he was a complete joke. I mean, Freddy 6 in of itself was an MTV commercial. Like it was nothing more than, Kurt Loder should have shown up and like interviewed him right before Freddy exploded.
Yeah. That's fucking perfect. Actually, that would have been great. But they should have had that after. Like, news is we.
I would have loved. By the way, that would have made the ending better.
It would have been. That would have been cool. And they should have done that. But dude, I just think it's one of the worst.
Like MTV news. Remember, you used to go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And Kurt was like standing outside of Freddy Krueger's nightmare dungeon. Freddy, you've got a dynamite stick in your stomach. Any last words? I hate kids or something. I don't know.
And then, as Stacey James said, those goddamn semen demons pop up out of them, and that's just, dude. I cannot believe that they thought it was going to be okay to send off Freddy Krueger in this corny ass, awful way.
They didn't care anymore. They didn't care. They introduced in that movie the Power Glove, the Nintendo thing. I mean, they were literally selling Johnny Depp. This is your kids, on drugs or whatever. They did everything.
What's crazy, dude, is
they were pimping him out for the mainstream.
And like the internet didn't exist back then, right? Obviously, yeah. But like these days, when you've got fucking like with Halloween Ends, and like they threw them in the Hamburglar machine, which we'll redo our Halloween desk to include that one as well at some point. But like, I know how upset people were about the ending. Even that, as mad as you might have been at Halloween Ends, it doesn't hold a fucking candlestick dick to this. Like as far as the end of an icon.
It kind of feels like to me, like people were smart enough even back then. They were like, it says Freddy's dead, but we ain't dumb. Like this is a huge fucking moneymaker for people.
Dude, I know what we should do. By the way, I'll save this when we're done with this tier list. I'll save it. And what we should do is when we go to do Jason and Michael and Pinhead or whoever, we should just keep this list and see where they all rank to see what the worst ones were. I bet Freddy's Dead is actually the worst of all of them. I bet this is the worst hero icon death of all time.
I mean, yeah, but dude, that Halloween Ends one was really bad too. That was disrespectful.
But it was not this. It was not this.
It wasn't. Well, it wasn't that because that was like some Power Ranger shit. Like how he exploded with the fucking like Zordon head and then over and over again, like chewing dentine ice and suffering the effects.
Yeah, this is forever in Steve's butthole.
It's really bad. It's really bad. That's a really bad ending though.
Forever and always, always and forever. How's that song go? You know the 90s song?
I love you always, forever, near and far, closer together. Yeah,
it's a great song. We're
everywhere. I will be with you.
You had the whole thing, man. You had it ready to go.
Yeah, well, I like that song a lot. I listened to it when I had like 3 o'clock in the morning drives.
Jay just like drunk.
I did do. I swear to God.
Forever.
Yeah, I listened to that and I listened to Alanis Morissette. You ought to know.
It's a great song. Does he go down on you in?
By the way, there was a recent interview that was released by Dave Coulier where he confirms that song's about him. 1,000%.
Who wouldn't?
No,
it's not true. I'd be like, yeah.
But he wasn't mean about it. What Dave Coulier said, I don't remember. He's on the Jim Norton show or something. But they asked him about the song, and he was like, listen, I dated Alanis back in the day or whatever, and she was writing Jagged Little Pill. But he said that I was driving my car in downtown Ohio. I can't believe he didn't get shot, and RoboCop had to save him. But he was driving his car in downtown Detroit, and he said the radio came on. It was a You Ought to Know, and he's like, wow, that's like, because he said I just tuned it in when the hook was hitting. I was like, wow, that's a great hook. And he's like, oh, this girl can sing. And then he said I started listening to lyrics. I was like, oh shit. And he was like, oh my God, there's no way. And then he said I went to a CD store and I bought the CD and I listened to it. And I was like, there was a lot of stuff in that song, not just in that song, but in several songs that was about him. He said those were based on like, private conversations. He said he used to, when she said like there's a lyric or something that was like a fish palm, and he's like, I used to do that joke with her. I was like, hey, give me a fish palm. It was like a dead fish, like like one of those things. And I was like, but there's a lot of shit. And he goes, the first thing I thought of when I was listening to the entire thing was like, man, I must have really hurt this girl, because he was dating her when she was 19, and he was a lot older and he was successful and all that shit. And then he broke up with her, but he wasn't mad. Like, he never got mad about it, according to the interview. He said that he goes, the thing about Alanis, and this is again Dave Coulier, he's like, she was never the angry white girl. And he goes, everybody only saw her as the angry white girl that writes angry white girl music. But he's like, I knew her. She was funny, creative, smart. She didn't do all this, like, and of course she didn't. It was a persona. That's what she did. But he was like, as far as like what kind of person she was, he's like, when his sister was dying of cancer, she drove down from Ontario or Toronto, Canada, went to her hospital room in Detroit and like took her guitar and sang songs to her while his sister was dying after they broke up.
That would actually be uncomfortable. I'd be like, I'm actually very sick right now. Could you put your guitar away?
Yeah, but they asked him, and it's funny because they were like, well, what? Because I was like, that's a brilliant question. Jim Norton or the other guy was like, I just want to know, what movie were you watching in the theater? I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. And he was like, what happened was, he's like, I tried the old popcorn bucket trick, and I guess it backfired on me. So he didn't name the movie, but I guess he was saying I had the popcorn bucket that was empty and she jacked me off.
Well, yeah, maybe she took some artistic freedom with what actually happened in the song or whatever. But hey, if that song was written about you, it's like, okay, there's good sides and bad sides to that. Alanis Morissette.
I never thought she was hot. I thought she was always a good looking, like, she looked like a solid chick though.
Even in her older age, she was with Ryan Reynolds for a minute there. Like they married, or they were engaged for a couple of years before Scarlett Johansson came along, before he traded her in.
Well, I mean, what man's not going to leave? I mean, you're not going to not get Randy Jackson's autograph on the store at the airport.
That's very true. That's the exact best way you could possibly put that. All right, let's watch Freddy 7. We're on 7 now. A new nightmare.
Oh yeah, this is like the Hansel and Gretel shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna scoot it up a little bit to avoid copyright.
That's me and Mike as Freddy's burning alive, running away from our 40-year-old age approaching fast.
That's just us drunk trying to make a frozen pizza.
That's true, yeah. Maybe we should get inside the oven with it.
Ah.
Yeah, this is so. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do like the
okay, so
I do like that the demon came out as the. It's like when you eat Taco Bell and have Diablo sauce and you shit and like you're pushing with all your might for all the poop to come out. That's the face that you turn into.
I do feel like they threw back there. Like they didn't have to go back to the crazy, wacky practical effects, but I feel like that scene there was maybe an ode to maybe the original, but maybe the sequels a little bit too, even though Wes Craven wasn't a fan of the sequels. Like where they went with the prosthetics and made him like be goopy and gross.
And then the eyeballs explode with the goop.
Yeah, that felt kind of like a throwback on purpose.
I didn't mind that. That wasn't bad. It's way better, in my opinion, than the sixth one. 1,000%.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Come on, Dave McRae's waiting on you.
I still have to watch that, dude.
I know, watched because the little boy's in the Dave McRae fan film.
I feel like such a shitty like internet friend that we haven't watched McRae's Nightmare film. Like we need to get on that shit.
I watched it. I mean, Dave talked about it.
Shut up! No,
I was on a show.
You might have watched it, but well, fuck you.
Maybe Dave didn't invite me, but not for lack of trying.
I'll just
let me on your show. Let me talk to you.
Sugar packet or two. I do need to watch. I'm excited for him that they did that. I'm sure he did great. But like, yeah. So that one, that's really like the boiler. I do remember the end of that movie.
Sucks my butt. It's above sucks my butt.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Like I think the end of that movie started to get a little bit long in the tooth. Like the way they were doing it. Like I was enjoying it. There's a lot of that movie I love and a lot I really don't like, but like that scene, as far as they went, when he turned in like the snaky thing and all that shit like that, it was super gross. The practical effects were good. It's not the greatest. Honestly, I would probably put that in pretty rad, I think.
I can't see the fucking tear.
Oh, excuse me. Let me show you, Steve.
Bring it to my face.
Let me show you all the wonders of the Western world.
Let me gaze pound. You put it where? I put it like fuckable though, honestly.
I'm fuckable or pretty rad, and I think actually the more and more I think about it, that
I mean, I think it's a good ending. I feel like the lead up to it was stupid, but I didn't mind the eyeball pop. Again, you're coming off of one of the worst endings for Freddy ever in 6 and Freddy's Dead.
True.
And so it's gonna look like a fucking Beethoven masterpiece.
Let's put it to a vote just for fun. Just for fun. I don't necessarily agree with you. Like I'm fine with putting it in fuckable or pretty rad, but let's put it to a vote. And let you guys decide.
Well, I know that everyone's gonna just pick pretty rad because I suck and no one wants to say anything about it.
That's not what I said, Jay.
That's fine. Why don't you use the
shut up?
Use the alumni sons extra bold.
It didn't work, did it? My plan didn't work. My ruse didn't work. So I don't know why you're sore in your beanhole.
God, why don't you just be like Adrian Brody and put on a jacket and go back in time and fix shit?
I'm about to watch that for an article.
That's a great fucking movie.
That's a great fucking movie, dude. So pretty rad or effable. What do you guys think about the new Nightmare ending?
Was that was Adrian Brody, right? Am I wrong?
Oh yeah, 100%. No, Adrian Brody.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it wasn't that dude that played Jesus, even though he's a great actor.
Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, Jim Caviezel could have played that part.
He could have. He turned out to be a psycho fucking path. Though.
He's a weird kind of guy
in real life. All right, let's jump back in. While you guys vote on that,
dude, my beer's starting to smell like fish food. Like like when you walked in back in the day. You ever walked in like Kmart back in the day when they had like fish aquariums and fish? And so like fish.
That's what that like stale beer. Like
it's been sitting too long. Like it's been like my hand has been warming it up. But you never like back in the day when you walk back there and you smell that fish shit, like you smell fish food.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it smells like. But I'm gonna drink it because I want.
Those are smells you remember, like the tire section in Sam's Club. Like
that's the greatest fucking smell of all time.
Yeah, dude.
You just lose yourself.
The moment you own it, you never let it go.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting to write down. But okay. So this is gonna be a high.
Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay, my little okay.
And technically, obviously, it's technically not a death scene because he winks or whatever, right? But like for all intents and purposes,
we'll forget that little guy. That little guy.
They just had this badass fight. He looks so good though, dude. Look at that that looks awesome.
This looks amazing. I love everything about this. This is pure practical effects. Like that Jason threw his own fucking glove that exploded.
Right. Now there is some CG. There's some CG going on.
No, there's not. But like that really happened.
That glove flying through his chest looks like it was made in
Robert Englund had to
PC.
take
it. Actually did that.
No, obviously, but it's smartly used. It's smartly
Tom Cruise stunted that shit.
He did. He hung outside of a fucking airplane.
Look at those titties, dude.
We can't, I know I look there all the time. My heart burns there too.
Dude, Jason falls back like when you've had too much to drink and you decide to go to sleep.
You know what
like,
he looked
I'm gonna
like?
go out for one more cigarette, but then you just go, no.
No, he looked like us, like getting mad at one another. Like if one of us tried to show off at the pool and embarrass the other one. And so when the other one went in the pool, he jumped up right at the right moment and pantsed the other one. He pulled his fucking trunks down and showed his little wiener. And that's why and then he just falls in. This is like Jason pantsing. He's literally pulling down Freddy's pants and showing his burnt wiener. And we're like, oh,
he just disappears into the pool.
That's what it is, dude.
It's either that or when you've had way too many cervezas and like you're like, I'm gonna stay up for a little while, and then you're like, no, I'm not, and then you just like fall into the bed to go to sleep. That's both of those things. Watch this.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly how I felt after hanging out with you and Eric.
Yeah, Jay
I don't want to talk about that yet.
No, I'm not. I was just saying, Jay was way worse off than I.
I was fucking annihilated, dude.
Jay showed up the next day. He was like, I don't have a voice. I can't even.
I literally I don't know if you guys will ever tune into that episode. Pretty much it. I literally sound like China from WWE. I can't even replicate it. My fucking voice was gone. Maybe it's because we were in the car going, ole, ole, ole.
That was the highlight of my night, you guys. So we went to a couple bars after we filmed with Eric, and we're in the car, and someone's like, put on that Blink-182 song, Dance With Me, and we put it on, and then every time it gets to the chorus, it's ole, 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 yeah, we're doing it all night long, and we were screaming like teenagers.
Yeah, dude, that's how I lost my voice. I was like, plug that fucker back in.
That shit was fun though. Okay, here we go.
No, dude, this is not my.
Did you see those titties though?
I love yeah, dude, they're great. They're wonderful. Does she ever do cons? Is she single? Anyway, but so this is not his death though. Not yet. This is only the beginning.
How cool does that look though? He looks like a figurine.
There's a part that comes soon though when the Freddy that we get, the demon Freddy, that's the Freddy design that I've always wanted.
Yeah, dude. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah,
that's
which Freddy?
The witch Freddy. It's so funny because it's a combination. I think that Freddy looked the best in Freddy 2, but they combine what they did in Freddy 2 with this.
Yeah, it's like, is that your dick?
I didn't like she killed him though. Freddy died by fire, Jason by water. How can we use that? I have big titties.
To be fair, she gave her all with that. That was a very passionate scream. She shook and everything.
And the Rozzies quaked under her foot.
It wasn't that. It was that.
It was pretty fucking bad, dude.
That one wasn't so bad. He needs to get to the dentist, by the way.
She's so hot.
I know. Oh, and the blood squirt, dude. Squirt.
I can't wait for her to come on because we talked so graciously about her boobs and how hot
she'll come on. It'll be fine.
Now
that face was bad.
But like it was very, 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 very little CGI. It was a lot of practical effect, which I do appreciate.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful shot. That's a cool shot.
I love it. It's
very Jaws-ish.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't show.
What the fuck, dude? They didn't even show the best part. Okay, you know what? Time out. I'm not gonna count that like just what we just saw, like because the actual way Freddy died was not that way.
Well, technically, though, I mean, he wasn't really dead either because, like, when Jason's carrying his head, he like looks up and winks or whatever.
Yeah, but when he comes up, okay, well, maybe it's more like the best. Do we ever do a tier ranking of Freddy's looks? Probably not.
No,
That
like
would
his
be
best makeup,
well.
for
Okay,
sure.
well, he comes up from the water and he's all demonic. That's like highest ever. As far as the death scene, though, I think it's pretty rad. That's where I put it.
I am 110% in disagreement with you. Just kidding. I'm 100% in agreement with you. We forgot to put New Nightmare where it goes, by the way. We said what? No, we voted. We put it to a vote.
Yeah, it was a vote.
In the case of New Nightmare, you pieces of wonderful shit said 61% said pretty rad. 39% said fuckable. So New Nightmare goes into the pretty rad territory. That's my Nicolas Cage. So we've got our third entry into pretty rad, which I'm down with that. That's cool. I like it.
I literally, by the way, when you said Nicolas Cage, I just watched that video. Remember when he was drunk outside with Vince Neil? He's like, I fucking love you. Stop it. It was so bad, dude. It was so cringy, but it was so good.
Go on.
I don't know why. No, I know what made me think of that because again, I got sucked into like rock star like controversies or whatever.
What was that guy's name that he was hugging?
Vince Neil.
Vince Neil. Gotta show it to you guys now because it's so funny.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. So the whole backstory to what happened is Vince Neil was a famous lead singer of a group called Motley Crue, and him and Nicolas Cage were day drunk as fuck outside of a casino somewhere in Vegas. Probably that they had spent the entire night inside the casino until the sun came up, and so when they left, Vince Neil was approached by a fucking fan, and she was a female, and he like grabbed her and like threw her to the ground. Was like a dickhead, and then so Nicolas Cage like grabs him and does this like bro thing, and he's like, "Fucking love you, stop it!" And they're both fucking annihilated. They're both drunk as fuck. But that's it. That's the backstory.
So check this out. This is basically me and Jay after a Patreon stream.
But we would never treat you guys like this. You probably beat our ass, but
no, just us, just us in general.
Oh yeah, just us how we act. Yeah.
Nick Cage and Vince Neil.
Stop this! No! Hey! My rant!
Kiss him. Oh, you can't hear it. They don't have the enhanced audio.
It's actually sad. The video we watched makes it look sad, but like to us, it was funny because it was like, I love you, dude. I love you. Stop.
Nicolas Cage was trying to get him to stop. Like apparently he'd already thrown a female fan on the ground and like assaulted her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, no, that's what had happened. The lead up to that was
forgot
because she had come up to for an autograph because she recognized Vince Neil and he got pissed and he threw her to the fucking ground because he was fucking drunk. And he was like, "Where are you?" And then he was like, "Stop it! I fucking love you, dude. I'll eat your fucking face."
Like the event's not funny, but his reaction's funny as fuck. It's like,
well, he didn't want his kid to go to
I
fucking jail. Like he was like, "You're probably gonna you're going to pay up for a court cost. Don't go to jail."
And this is daylight, so you know they've been up all night doing God knows
That's
what.
No, that they were in the casino all fucking night gambling and doing coke or probably whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking strippers.
And Nick Cage is whoa.
But I gotta be honest. With you, there's not a part of me that says, "God damn it, would I not have loved to have been a part of that party crew?"
No, you know
like
what's crazy?
Seriously, like what fucking dude? If
this
you
is
got
the tail
chance
end of it,
dude. If you got the chance, all your drinks were paid. Everything was paid for. You're gonna get to hang out with Vince Neil and goddamn Nicolas Cage at
saw some shit that night
at the Vegas, at the whatever casino.
Yeah,
all night.
You saw some shit that night.
Would you do that? I'd do it.
Hell yeah, I would do that. I would pay money to do that.
Yeah, dude. And you could just sit in the limo when Nicolas Cage like, I gotta go out and help him. And you're like, I'm not going out, but you go do it. You go do it, Nick.
Oh shit. Holly says that if you really want a good laugh, watch his drunk ass cameo videos. I mean, I'm not gonna like pull it up tonight. Nicolas Cage. Oh, dude, if it's Nicolas Cage, that's gonna be the funniest thing of all time.
We should have got cameo from Nicolas Cage. We should have paid for it.
It's probably expensive as shit. No, there's no way Nick Cage does cameo, dude. No fucking way. No way.
Does he? I'd actually pay for it. If it's like $100, I'd do it. I'd do it.
By the way, fun story from Scarefest. At the end of the day 2, Jay and I, it was at the end of the day, and we'd been sitting there, and we had a couple cervezas. We've been talking to everybody.
Are you crazy?
apple juice, and like
We
we
were
were
in
having a good
public.
time. And we were like, hey, well, nobody's here at the booth right now. Let's go walk. Let's have a little me and you. Let's have a little just me and you. Let's walk around for a minute, just like see what the sights are. So we get over. We walk
like a true gay couple that we are. But
yeah,
I mean,
because we held hands and we skipped. But we walk around a little bit, and we're walking around, and it's like, okay, we saw. Let's go have a cigarette on the dock. Jump on the dock.
Oh, yeah.
But fuck.
The dock.
We're on the dock, and we go out there, and this is so embarrassing, you guys. But like, this is the end of the day. A lot of
Oh yeah, I forgot they didn't know about this because we told the Patreons, but not them.
yeah, had a lot of apple juices, and we're out on the dock, and this is like the dock behind Scarefest, and we're out there and we're having a cigarette, and Jay goes, dude, here comes Doug Bradley. And I was like, dude, you've always wanted to meet Doug Bradley. He's like, shut the fuck up. And I turn around, and Doug Bradley's walking by. I was like, hey, man, I love your shit. I like reached out and shook his hand.
Yeah, Mike got to touch his fucking hand, dude.
Yeah, I shook his
and
hand.
And then I popped up like a paparazzi and I was like, Doug. And I never do that, by the way. I never do that with celebrities because I mean we've interviewed celebrities before and shit like that. I was trying to keep it cool, but I got excited and he touched Mike's fucking hand.
That's Doug Bradley's hand.
That's bullshit, dude.
And Jesus.
And then I was like, but I was literally yelling like a paparazzi. And when he was walking back, I almost felt like going, oh, like just no, I feel like no, just touching his arm. But he looked so exhausted, which I don't blame him.
I said, Emilio, the mighty Duck man. I swear to God.
I don't know. That's fine. But dude, the other celebrity looked at me. He was looking at me when he was smoking a cigarette in that fucking truck. He was looking at me.
Well, that's the next thing I know. We're standing out there, and the whole fucking con. I just wanted to see Dylan McDermott's handsome face, and I never walked by his booth, never saw him. And we're standing there, and then the next thing I know, Jay goes, "Dude, here comes Dylan McDermott." And I was like, "No, he's not." He's like, "Dude, fucking Dylan."
Yeah, you fucking questioned me for like 5 minutes.
Dylan walks down the ramp, and something came out of me that has never came out of me before, and it's not what you're thinking. But like when I saw him, and I just went, "Dylan!" like. Dylan! And he turns around, and I can't tell if he was going, shut the fuck up, or saying hi, but he did this like
he did
like a cool way that Dylan McDermott could do it, you know?
The only way that Robert Downey Jr., like if you imagine what Robert Downey Jr. is like as Tony Stark Iron Man, like that's what he did. He was like, I know. Calm down. And you're like looking at him, you're like, oh wow. And he was like, he didn't just calm us down. He calmed the bugs around us down. Like everything was like cool. Everything's fine. And then you stared at him, and he was like waiting on his fucking ride. And then he got into a truck, and he was staring at me and Mike. And we were hanging off the fucking edge, smoking like some cigarettes. We looked like some new kids on the block. Yeah. And he kept staring at us, and he was like, he had this weird like.
From his truck, he was like,
I could see him smiling, and he was looking at us, and I'm like,
he was looking
right at us.
The flashlight was on, and he was in his truck looking at Jay and I on the ramp going.
And that was like, I think he had like that moment, like that Billy Joel was like, what's the matter with the car I'm driving? Can't you see that it's out of stock? He had that like, I remember what it was like to be kids, to be young adults and trying to hang out at the backside of a convention, meet your favorite celebrity. Look at those guys smoking cigarettes, wearing leather jackets. Those are the kind of guys with their dapper haircuts.
And it was actually Dylan McDermott, not Dermot Mulroney, which I would have been just as excited about, or David Duchovny. But
we also saw Nick Castle, James U. Courtney.
Yeah, the next person, Spencer Sharness from Nice Nine Kills, walked by. And we're like, hey, it's that handsome son of a bitch. And then like Nick and James Jude walked out together. They were like in a crew of people together, and they're carrying all this shit. And me being a drunk dumbass was like, Nick, what's up, James? And they looked at us and they were like, to me, it felt like they recognized us. To me, it felt like they recognized us. They were like, hey guys, hey. And then like I went to fist bump him, and he was like, I got all this shit. And he was just James? Like, hey, but they're both so nice. James is smaller than I thought he would be. Not like shorter, but like his
Mike's only saying that because he refuses to come on the show.
He never has come on the show, and I should have said that. I should be like, hey, why don't you come on our fucking show, James Jude Courtney? But they were both very gracious and nice, and that was Jay and I's celebrity Scarefest interactions this year.
It was cool. I mean, we were like fans, like hanging out the back, and we were like guests there, but we were like fans, even though we weren't treated like guests, we were treated like shit.
And I'm pretty sure we weren't supposed to speak to anyone back there, but we did.
I don't care. Fuck them. What do you do? Like treat us worse than we did when we got there? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Sean Malfunction came up to the table for a moment. He was like, I didn't even know you guys were here. I was like, yeah, they don't advertise this because we suck. And he was like, yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah,
we got to talk to him for a
right.
minute.
They knew. Listen, you know what? We had a good time, but wowzer, there was a lot of problems going on. But either way, we're excited to come back next year. Hopefully, next year things will be a little bit smoother. And if it's not, you'll have trouble there, Sandy.
See you guys after.
You have trouble, Sandy.
Okay, let's finish this fucking tier list ranking, you piece of shit whore. And I'm talking to my dog and Jay. The next one that we
I
have.
look like Freddy when he realizes that his mom's home. Oh.
The remake is where we land currently. Let's check it out.
Oh no, this is on Freddy 6 still. You're on Freddy 6 right now.
No, I'm on the wrong thing. Stop it. Stop sharing. Messed up. I apologize.
You don't.
Why does this happen to me, Richard? Why me and not your father? Why? Okay.
Oh, by the way, do you want to cover the last season of Cobra Kai or no?
I don't. We'll see. I didn't like the last one very much.
I'm not like it's the last season ever. So
yeah,
I mean, I kind of feel like we should, but at the same time, I really don't give a shit that much. I mean, I'll watch it on my private time, but I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of demand for it, but I just felt at the same time, it's like, why?
Yeah, maybe just review it after the fact. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nightmare 2000. Oh, Kyle Gallner. Oh, she cut his fucking hand off.
My hand.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Do this to me.
Because you're in my world now, bitch.
CGI face. Oh, he looks like a fucking burn ass goddamn roadkill.
I'm God.
That's cool, but
no.
I hate this
Listen,
fucking movie. It's so bad.
Rooney Mara is a great actress. Kyle Gallner's a great actor. That line is a great line. Because you're in my world now, bitch. Was a badass finisher line. And she had that thing that you cut papers with, you know, that big like sword thing.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
The paper cutter.
But
I think that you know what it felt like. It felt like the death was poignant. Like it was very matter of fact, but it felt like so basic. It felt like so after the fact. It felt, again, it's not a death I think that Freddy deserves, and I don't think that movie is what Freddy deserves either way. I feel like it was another attempt at Hollywood to milk a franchise with as little effort as they could. I would put this at, you know what, and I'd put it at a vote, dude. I'd either put it between fuckable and sucks my butt, Steve. I fucking do not like this ending. It's garbage, dude. It's garbage. He literally gets slashed across the fucking throat, despite all the fucking things he survived. She takes a goddamn thing that you cut fucking envelopes with, and that's it. Because I don't know. I mean, is it better than the original one? Yeah, but it's still garbage.
Personally, on that one, I'm betwixt fuckable and pretty rad, in my opinion. So we will put it to a vote. We'll put all three tiers in there. We'll let you guys vote. The reason I think it's between fuckable and pretty rad is just because I thought it was a great one-liner. I thought the lead up was dark as fuck when he's like, yeah,
but you gotta only look at the death. You can only look at the death.
No, I know, yeah. But I thought that was a pretty badass death. Like when she slices and dices him, because they brought him into the real world, so it technically makes sense because they did the dream grab thing, you know. So him being there made sense. Him being in his old boiler room made sense. So for that reason,
well,
I'll put it to a vote.
I think that you look at the best scene in that movie, in my opinion, the best scene in the Nightmare remake, which is so crazy. My brother, his friend loves it, Cody. I can't understand it. The best scene in that fucking movie is in the pharmacy with Quentin.
I like
when he's coming in and out of reality. That's the best.
Naps.
That's the best scene of the entire fucking movie, hands down. Everything else, fucking garbage. I do like that line. He's like, "We have 7 more minutes to play." Like, I thought that was kind of cool, but the ending to this, it just felt like as cheap as the overall product. It was like a quick ending to a like a half-assed plot or something. I don't know, man. I feel like, again, when you're gonna get rid of Freddy Krueger, you gotta go high up. You gotta get like the crazy shit like Nightmare 2, or Dream Warriors, or even Nightmare 4. It's got to be crazy. He's a dream demon, not where he gets slashed in the throat with the fucking tetanus induced.
But he was in our world now, so
yeah. But it felt like a very basic, like gangster in the street. Shoot, you're dead.
You're gonna take this, Richie.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That's fair. So while you guys vote on that, I just put that vote up there. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chitty chat. Hi ho, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. I love you, and our chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang loves us too. Fuck you, suck on my wiener, suck on my wiener. I hate you. Eat my butt with a spoon. Dark winged duck.
Dark winged duck. Let's
All right.
get dangerous.
Where were we at in the super fucking chats? Where were we at? I'm gonna suck your
By the
butt.
way, thank you guys for turning out tonight. Like, you guys have been awesome all night
Hell
long.
yeah.
Thank you guys.
We miss you. We missed you guys, and we'll be back very, very soon. We will not be gone for as long as we were last time. Did we read this one? Frankenstein Studios.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
How
read
about
a lot of Frankenstein Studios?
Thank you, Frankenstein.
We were all caught up on Frankenstein. We were caught up.
Did you read James Barker?
I did not.
James Barker. Barker knocked the back. Hey guys, how sick would it be if Doug Bradley's voice was Leviathan at the end of the Hulu Hellraiser? Like if the OG Pinhead ascended. How was Spotty 2, Jay? My game of the year. You guys.
Thanks, James. I like, as far as like I'm concerned, Baldur's Gate 3 and Spider-Man 2 are dead heat for game of the year. I like Spider-Man 2 quite a lot. I saw people bitching about it and how it played out. I did not like the MJ missions. I never did. I didn't like them in the first game, so I don't know why they brought them back. And I didn't like she's not the face model. I don't know why they even did that, but the game itself, the story was great. I mean, and again, I focused on the gameplay mechanics, the fact that you get to swing around an expanded New York City and they added Queens and Coney Island into the game. I thought it was fucking fantastic. And I can't wait for DLC. And yeah, it's like, for me, it's a like an 8.5 to a 9.0 type of game. I think it's a great game, despite there's obviously like ideologues that people will have controversy about, but otherwise it wasn't so bad that it took away from the game. As far as like Doug Bradley doing Leviathan, it would have been great. I think anytime that you can include Doug Bradley in some way in the Hellraiser franchise, you should do it. If he's willing to do it and you're able to hire him, why not fucking do it? But yes, 100%. He could have been the voice of Leviathan. That would have been amazing. I actually just watched that movie again recently too on Hulu.
The new Hellraiser?
Yeah, it sucks still. But the Leviathan, but the Leviathan thing. Well, no, I think the ending of the movie when the doctor, or not the doctor, the rich guy is taken up and he's all being fucked up and shit, and it's like he's like the body for Leviathan. Yeah, it would be amazing to hear Leviathan's voice, because you never hear Leviathan's voice, and it'd be Doug Bradley. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would have been into that for sure. And also, like, I think that that just that would have been a really cool nod. Like, maybe he didn't want to come back and do the movie, but just to do that one little nod to him would have been dope as fuck for sure. Wolf Status Ricardo Vargas, which is a great name, says it's the only sexy if it's step family. Hey, you know what? Pornhub.
A lot of Pornhub that agrees with you. A lot of Pornhub loves that.
You can't even watch it anymore without it being step family. Gary, I watched a video of the Real Shining Hotel, and apparently Jared Leto sometimes gets the biggest room to chill. I dreamed he got mad because I told everyone.
Yeah, I can totally see that Jared Leto will just get the biggest room to be an asshole, and like it'll fit like 5 families, and he'll just sleep in the biggest room, and he'll come out for his like fucking continental breakfast, and then like in the morning and be like, I just slept in the biggest room at the Overlook Hotel, and I saw no ghosts.
It's the most emo.
The only ghosts I'm scared of are the ones inside my soul.
Yeah, dude, it's the most emo thing you can fucking do. If you're Jared Leto, I'm gonna go stay at the Shining Hotel tonight. Do you want to come over and eat some Cheetos? Like, that is the most emo Jared Leto thing you can fucking do. I respect it. I'd probably do it too.
That he fucking wore his Shang Tsung outfit, like where it's like a fucking like
chakras.
No, dude,
did his
Kegel
exercise.
Dude, I swear to God, that fucking He wore like a half robe that was all ripped on the shit on the side, and like goddamn karate pants with karate shoes. And he was like I was like, fuck you, dude, you fucking pretty boy looking motherfucker. You literally look like a reject from Abercrombie and Fitch, or that you sell goddamn Sears catalog winter coats. And you're sitting up here telling people to rock harder. Shut the fuck up and be thankful. Just be thankful, sir. You're a good looking guy and you can sing pretty well and you have a decent band. And you have actually, if you really leaned into that, you could have a great acting career. But you would rather be like a pretentious douchebag and act like your shit don't stink and that somehow you have the answers like you're some fucking modern day Gandhi. Fuck you. What the fuck? I hate that shit, dude. Like, that's why I don't like him. I don't like him personally because I think he's a fucking pretentious prick. And that's why I think he's an asshole. And I think that's why a lot of actors and musicians don't like him. Because he's full of himself. Anyway, I don't know the guy, like, literally, and I'm not scared of him. Like, oh my God, Jared Leto. If you get beat up by Jared Leto, that's like getting slapped in the face by an old lady on a motorized cart. Okay? So I'm not scared of that fucker at all. Like, I mean, he can bring it, whatever.
Not only do I love so badly, like your entire take on Jared Leto is so fucking perfect. Like that was the best take on Jared Leto I've ever heard in my life. But I love that on the back end of it, you were like, I'm not scared. Like if Jared wants to come over, like we'll fucking fight. Like,
no, I mean because he's that kind of guy though. He's that fucking
take him down right now.
No, he's that pretentious fucking douchebag in high school. That is like all the girls like him because he's like a good-looking guy that does the theater play and he can also sing. We knew a few of those guys in high school, but if he comes to a party and he gets too fucking drunk and he starts being an asshole to you, guess what he'll do? He'll be afraid that if you punch him too hard, his makeup will fall off and collapse his jaw. So that's
your whole. It just feels like.
No, we knew guys like that though. We knew guys like that in high school. I was like, I do theater and I sing in a band. It's like you are a douchehole.
Tim is back again. Tim, you motherfucker, you're too sweet to us. You really are, man. Thank you so fucking much.
Tim,
we love you.
Thank you, man.
I thought about you today. I had a cop behind me. I was like, oh shit. I got this Tim C's. Help me out. I didn't get pulled over though, so it was fine. Monica Keena, the boob chick, was at a con recently. Freddy versus Jason. Beautiful woman.
Oh yeah.
Drugged up as fuck and nodding off. Ooh. So sad. I felt so bad for her. She was hot in the Night of the Demons remake too. Oh shit, I didn't know she was in that. That's crazy. Hope she gets her act together. So she was I
didn't know she was having issues, but
I didn't know that.
That sucks. I thought she'd gone on and done like a couple episodes like Supernatural or some shit. But yeah, that sucks, man. It's always bad and it's always weird and it is heartbreaking when you see actors or actresses that they are like important to an underground type of fan. You know what I mean? Like Freddy versus Jason is, I know it's a mainstream movie, but I feel like it's kept alive by an underground fandom that really enjoy it, you know, for the comedic thing that it was trying to do. And it's really sad when you see shit like that. I mean, I would never wish that on anybody. And I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. I've never seen it personally, but I've seen documentaries on wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
like former WWF, you know, like when it was WWF, not WWE, like Jake the Snake, and not just them, but a lot of them that, you know, time kind of crushed them, and fans forgot about them, and they're like at like a goddamn Holiday Inn, and they're selling like their boots or their championship belt or whatever for like $5. Though I like that breaks my heart. It really does. It makes me feel bad. Like I mean, it's like you know, you would think that the WWE would take care of these people in a way, and they're like, no, fuck you. Like you served your purpose. We used you up. But I mean, again, Monica Keenan, I don't know what the SAG Hollywood thing. I don't know what that works, but I know what you're talking about. Like it is a sad thing to see.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. Like, imagine being in a movie that was that big because it did great box office or whatever, and like. Again, you can work off that the rest of your life doing cons and stuff like that. But like being in that position and being her in that position, a beautiful, person, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Probably had crazy doors open up for her, and some that like were probably pretty fucking sketchy. And like you grab the average person and you put them in a situation like that where they're probably being. There's this old saying, like I said, it's in a song that ironically it's a Newfound Glory song. But like the idea of the song is like I don't want what I want, because if I actually got what I want, it would kill me.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things. It's like some of us are so preconceived to like if we got the opportunity to like have everything we wanted, we would burn out so fucking fast, and like we would do the wrong things. And I think it's one of those situations, and I totally get it. Like if you're not in the right headspace and you're given all this too much too quick, and you're not ready for it, there's like a large percentage of people that would really like, and I don't know if this is her situation or not. Like, who knows what? She could have fucking accidentally taken the wrong, she could have meant to take a Tylenol and taken a fucking allergy pill and just been sleepy. Who the fuck knows? Like,
I know what you're saying though. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think a lot, it's just one of those things, man.
Sucks.
Like, you know, it's a shitty grind. And there's a lot of potholes if you have no support system.
Uh-huh.
And like we said, we don't know who the fuck she is. We never met her. I don't know her personal life story. I don't know. But you see this shit all the time, and I think you see it a lot in the wrestling world. I think the wrestling world is
wrestling's
that's like really like fucking. That's some of those depressing shit I've ever seen. But yeah, well. But Tim, I want to thank you for bringing the mood down with your glorious fucking comment there.
I actually saw it in the chat before, Tim's. A bunch of people were like talking about her specific situation, and I don't know anything about it.
No, I know it's fine, Tim. Like I know I get what you're saying though, but I was like, I was already here. Like I don't want to come back down from this cloud, and then you fucking pulled me down, and now I'm at like I'm a machine head. Yeah, but it's all good. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it sucks, man. I hope that she gets her life together. And listen, if Monica Keena ever wants to come on the show, we'll talk to her. Fuck, dude. Tell her if you ever see her again, be like, hey, man, these guys would like to talk to you. Not about your boobs or whatever, just like about, you know, your show, like your movie.
Yeah. Hey, well, fucking said, Tim. I hope if that's the situation, I hope she gets it together too, man. And I really want to see that Night of the Demons remake. I actually, dude, I don't remember.
You haven't seen it yet? I saw it.
The remake?
Yeah, dude.
From like a few years ago.
I literally just watched it.
You fucking lying.
I told you. Dude, I told you.
You had me until you said I just fucking
you
watched
fucking
it.
bitch.
You slut. James Barker, Mike J, can we get a Wahlberg and Steve-O arguing about their favorite pizza time? Oh, that's a deep cut right there.
I've done that in a long time.
Yeah. Hey, my favorite pizza topping is it's actually not a topping at all. I just like to eat some cardboard. I just take the fucking pizza and I just throw it in the fucking trash can because I gotta fucking get an 8-pack. I'm trying to be in fucking the Fighter 2 next season. I gotta work with Donnie. I gotta work with everybody. I'm trying to work. I wake up at 5 a.m. I eat some fucking turkey burgers. I don't have time to eat no fucking pizza. I'm not eating pizza out here. I just eat the fucking cardboard and it fills me full of. I don't know what the fuck it fills me for. Ask me the fucking question again. I'll break your mother's fucking head over a fucking head.
Oh, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Like I'm saying, like maybe we can have like maybe we can get like a fucking Domino's pizza, right? With like donkey cum on it, huh? And then like
you say fucking cum? Come to me,
dude. Like calm down, dude. I'm just talking about like some donkey cum, and we eat it with the pepperoni pizza, and then it's gonna be great. Fuck, dude. Like hell yeah, dude. Like what? My god, damn, Bam. Are you listening? Bam. Stop being fucking stupid, dude.
Let me fucking tell you something right now, motherfucker. I swear to fucking God, I would be the quickest Domino's driver in the history of the fucking world.
Yeah,
I would deliver those fucking Domino's pizzas faster than any fucking body.
You should totally be a Domino's driver, dude.
100%,
dude. You look like a Domino's driver. You look like somebody that just got on a parole. Yeah, dude.
I'll deliver those fucking things on foot. I swear to fucking God, I'll outrun the fucking wind.
By the way, I used to do a better one, but I think it's either because I wasn't ready for that, or it's because I've been smoking a lot more.
I thought that was good. I thought that was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think it was a top notch one. Gary said Maggie turns evil in the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash comic. She gets a little sexy leather costume, and her and Freddy get messed up, but it's a little hot. It's Devil's Advocate all over again. We reviewed that comic book, and I think I remember the scene you're talking about.
Dude, look at Gary's fucking pick, dude. I love it.
Spider Sex.
It's
They
awesome.
brought her back, and I do remember that specifically. That would have been an amazing fucking crossover movie. But in the script for Freddy versus Ash versus Jason, Jesus Christ, Freddy versus Ash versus
Ass.
Freddy versus
Love and ass.
Freddy versus Ash versus Jason. I
Yeah.
couldn't do that sober. I swear to Christ in
Yeah.
church. But like, no, like they brought her back for that, and she had a pretty cool role in it. Like she was going to be a lead character, continued through, and who knows, maybe that could have. Oh, I won't like speculate, but that could have been pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. Anyways,
I agree.
shut up, Dad. Frankenstein Studio. It's funny. Mike said James was smaller than he imagined. I felt the same way about a handful of guests. Then met you guys and was like, shit, y'all are taller than I expected. Hey, thanks, man. Because like every single time somebody meets us at a con, it's always a female, to be fair. But there's always somebody that comes up to me and is like, "You're shorter than I thought you'd be," and I'm like, "Thank you. I appreciate that. It was nice to meet you as well." Everybody says that they thought I would be taller than Jay, but Jay is like a poopsie coop taller than me, like just barely taller than I am. And everybody's like, I thought Mike would be taller than Jay, and I'm like, I don't know why you thought that. But now that you're here in front of me, I'm offended that you think I'm so short.
Welcome to real life, ladies and gentlemen.
It's because my chair sits taller. Look
Only
at my
the
hair.
strong survive.
Test your
Yeah,
might.
it's always it's always weird. I think it's like in a lot of ways. You see us sitting down, so it fucks with your mind, and you're like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers are like 5'5" or 5'6". They probably run like Barnum Bailey. Oh, how the fuck you say that? Bailey Circus.
Bailey's Barnum.
Bailey Circus under the seas. How the fuck do you say their goddamn circus that used to exist?
Barnum and Bailey's.
Barnum Bailey's. I can't say that word.
Barnum and Bailey's.
Barnum Six Flags.
Not Barnum. Barnum and Bailey's.
Barnum. Fuck it.
And
You're like a goddamn freak show. Anyway, I'm saying like you see us sitting down, so you're like, oh yeah, they're short, and I'm gonna tower over these assholes. And then you're like, hey, you're the same height as me, and we're fatter than you ever thought imaginable when you see us in real life. But it's fine, and we're gonna like hug you with our bellies.
How tall are you, by the way? What's your height?
I'm 6'4". 100%, dude.
In your bra.
100% now, yeah. Well,
you
yeah,
remember that liar?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm like 100%
bra.
6'4". I'm 100% 6'4".
Really though? How tall are you?
6 foot.
6 foot. You're not 6 foot.
Straight on.
You're not 6 foot.
I swear to God, dude. If it's
take
not,
off your fucking
5'11". No, I swear to God, it's 5'11", 3 1/4.
So I'm 5'11" and 3 1/75.
It's like it's right there.
I am
like,
5'10" and a half.
And I know that they say like, oh, guys add 2 inches. I didn't say I was 6'1".
Yeah,
like they always say, I swear to God, it's right there.
I
gotta go in February and get my butthole examined and stuff because I'm going to be turning 40, and I'll give you my actual height that they give me.
Give us your whole stats, by the way, after you do that.
I'm going to do the whole fucking thing.
Like,
It'll be
I want to know like
your stat. It'll be the whole fucking like card that you get.
Yeah,
from the NFL.
I need to know like how many mitochondrials you have.
I need to know.
Shit.
I don't even know.
You should just post it on the Instagram. Just send it to me. I'll post it to Instagram.
I don't even know
your
what my fucking blood type is.
It's A gay.
Well, we hope so.
Your blood type is gay.
Yeah, it's full of HIV. Magic Johnson. It's full of Magic Johnson.
Yeah, that does have that pisses me off. I was like, you're so short. I'm like, I'm not that fucking short. I don't know why you thought I was taller. Mark Withers, hey guys, all the best from UK. Great channel.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
Thanks. Up on the Barbie. That's not UK.
Mike's mad because he's short.
You sound like you're from London.
Motherfucker. God damn. Calm down, dude. There's short
Shut up,
people.
Jay. You fucking dick. Colton Candler says, what's y'all's favorite A Nightmare on Elm Street movie poster? Mine is part 2. Jay, I'm 60% through Spider-Man 2, and I love it. It just gets me more hyped for Wolverine. Dude, Wolverine game.
Dude, Insomnia. Like, this is where, like, I've told Mike, and people have advised him on Patreon that you can get a PS5 through Affirm, the loan company, on Amazon.
Yeah.
And you can fucking goddamn, dude, it's $30 a month, dude.
I have concert tickets I have to pay for. I can't just be
$30 a month, dude.
Shit for consoles.
So what? Right? Your girls can't eat for a month. Big fucking deal. We'll make up for it. But no, dude.
I just want a PS5. God damn it.
Yeah, it does look great. Yeah, Insomniac with Wolverine's gonna be great. As far as movie poster, dude, I gotta be honest with you, and I fucking hate this movie. I fucking hate it. But as far as a poster goes, I think it's amazing. It's Freddy's Dead. That looks cool as shit. Where he's reaching out of the clouds and the bus. I think that's cool as fuck looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Colton on Freddy 2 because the bus thing, like the way that they do that, I really like that poster a lot.
Freddy
And
2.
I just wanted to disagree with you. Yeah, Freddy's Revenge. Like this, they have the fucking. We used to have it in like one of those silk fake Chinese posters.
There was no bus, dude.
Background.
You know,
Yeah, Freddy 2.
No, you're wrong, dude. I mean, I don't know. I can pull it up right now for you.
I will fucking Google it.
I'm kidding. You're right. I just like Freddy's Dead overall. I just like the stylized version of it. And like, I mean, when you as a kid, when you went and saw the VHS cover, you thought it was going to be a great movie, and it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
It looks so cool. The red background, with
yeah,
them coming out of the clouds. That's 100%
true.
Awesome.
That's 100% fucking true. So what we were gonna do was we're gonna end tonight by lighting ourselves on fire
for Thanksgiving.
What was the vote though? That's what we have to look at. That's the last order of business tonight. Tonight we are young.
So we set the world on fire.
Gonna get higher than the sun.
That's like that last guy at karaoke that's been waiting all night to sing, and he's too drunk to remember the words.
You guys should have seen us at karaoke the other night with Eric. We got to sing like 12 songs.
I think we rocked the shit out of that.
Dude, we crushed it. We were great.
I mean, I know that you took some and your friend took a video.
Yeah, we have video from it. We did Feeling This. We did I Miss You. Eric was great at I Miss You because he did the whole Where are you? And I'm so he was fucking into it. And
Eric
then you and I did
way too hard. He was trying way too hard.
you and I did Forgot About Dre.
Yeah, which we
crushed it as usual.
By the way, when we were doing that, everybody like even Eric was like, "Oh, they pulled their phone and was like, it sounds good though, bro." I know. We told you.
People were filming. Eric Clinton said, "Who's Eric?" Eric Stifler from Pretty Much It. Striffler from Pretty Much It. He's nice enough to come down and fly down to hang out with us and shoot some videos for his channel every once in a while. And we go out and we party together, and it's a fun time at Ridgemont High. But yeah, we did. And it was funny because the DJ was like, "You can curse," and we were like, "Oh, really?" And we were like, "Fuck, shit, fuck."
I know.
Dude,
because when I was doing Eminem, because I only do the chorus part, like Forgot About Dre, and I always pull back.
Yeah,
the motherfuckers forgot about Dre, and I always forgot about Dre.
I was like, I'm not going to say
dude.
I'm not going to say the N word. Like, calm down, lady. Like, I'm going to hold that back no matter what you tell me. All right.
Yeah, he only says it in the private bars.
I always say when I'm talking to my parents on the phone. It's fine. No, that was fun. We had a blast. Anyway, what the fuck was I doing? Okay, so we voted. We put it to a vote as far as A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. 20% of people say that the Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 ending was pretty rad. 39% of you say that the Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 ending was fuckable. 41% of you say the Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 ending sucks my butt, Steve.
I say you are cultured. I say you are cultured, Dinsians.
Recency bias. That's what I say.
I say you are cultured Dinsians of the truth.
You guys are blaming the ending on the movie, and it's not fair, and you're cheating.
It's the truth. They come with the truth, and they bring the truth. And we must accept the truth.
It does not deserve a sucks my butt, Steve. You're just blaming the movie on the ending. You're blaming the ending on the movie. It's not fair.
No.
You're all wrong, and I'm right.
Telling truth. They is telling truth. We must accept truth.
God damn it.
We must accept truth.
Fine. I'll stick it in Steve's ass. Because you know what? At least someone's going to come tonight.
I feel like in Temple of Doom, like bring back to us. Bring back to us.
That's where we go. That's where the franchise goes.
All right, boom.
We fucking did it. We did it together, and I disagree.
It's so scary. Nothing hit Old Timer. Nothing.
No. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't notice that.
Never had. I don't think we've ever had a tier list that nothing hit Old Timer.
Wow, that is wild. That's impressive. Like, I can't wait to add Jason and Michael and Pinhead, and Chucky and all of them to it. Well, Chucky maybe.
So it's Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, if you like in Europe, like. Is Nightmare on Elm Street the most mid horror movie ever?
What?
No, I mean, like the series itself, is it most mid? It can't hit an all-timer.
No, we're just talking about the endings, right? It's just the endings.
Yeah, but dude, also Halloween, Friday the 13th, there's a fuck ton that those endings would hit all-timer. and Nightmare can't manage to do an all-timer for an ending.
You speak strong words.
I'm not saying that they're mid. I'm just saying like maybe I meant like the endings are so mid. Do you know that I invented chocolate bars? I look like that guy. You like Hushes and Three Musketeers and Nestle Crunch. It was me. I invented the first. I invented the first Crunch bar, and it was called J Crunch. And then they stole it. Those Nestle bastard brothers. This is my hair was all weird, but no, I'm not saying it's mid.
Michael Parton said, "Oh, it's magic. You know, you come to me for that kind of magic."
Yeah, we do, Michael. We do. But hey, man, what a great fucking time! What a great welcome back to the situation. Great list that Mike picked because it's very, very easy to finger, and we enjoyed that. I missed you guys, and thank you guys.
I miss you. And I'm so sorry. DJ Graham said, don't know if you know this, Jay, but apparently RoboCop Rogue City takes place between RoboCop 2 and 3.
I do. I did say that. DJ, come on time or don't come at all. Okay?
Hey, Jay,
and that's what your wife said. I said that earlier. Yes, RoboCop Rogue City takes place between RoboCop 2 and 3. And you know what they do? They say, fuck you to RoboCop 3. God damn, what an awful fucking movie. I prefer it over the remake, but RoboCop 3 sucked asshole. Awful.
Hey, man, where do we put Freddy vs. Jason?
What?
Where did we put Freddy vs. Jason? I don't remember. Pretty rad?
I think we put it pretty rad. Yeah.
Let it be so. Let it be canon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's right, but it is now. Freddy vs. Jason. Pretty rad.
Yeah.
That's how things go. We don't live by your rules, world. But
yeah, DJ, it's a great goddamn game.
Gary said, Mike, ever thought about writing more funny songs, put on an album to sell to subs? Yeah, we wouldn't sell. We'd just give it away probably because no one will want it. Eventually, one day in the future, we will record an official studio album with all the dumb fucking shit we do. That will happen. That's on my bucket list of shit to do. And I won't stop.
You don't even charge for autographs or fucking pictures. So.
Yeah. I mean, shipping will cost some money for sure, but yeah, we'll just hand those CDs out of the back of our truck out of Taco Bell parking lot. You guys can just come get them. Hey, we missed you guys so fucking much. This is so fun. How you feel about Wednesday, Jay? Wednesday sound good to you?
No. Yeah.
Come to me, Stephen.
Yeah, we can do Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
We'll be here and in your rear Wednesday. At 8 p.m. Eastern time, you hear?
What a great welcome back. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for supporting us and being there for us. And I know it's been a long time, but yeah, dude, we got Turkey Month this month, and we got some fucking Mariah Carey Christmas shit coming up in December, and we got to figure out a whole fucking different way of what we got to do. What are we gonna do, guys? What's our December game plan? We gotta have a December game plan. I don't know. We're gonna. How many December horror movies are there really? I don't know.
I'm just gonna sleep in and fuck.
Yeah, keep on pumping those babies out.
Hell yeah,
have those babies. Fuck it.
That's what we're gonna do. Hey, we love your all's fucking faces. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and always, you guys are the fucking best. All night, always.
Ole, ole, ole.
Doing it all night long.
Ole, ole. I don't know.